What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Banner Bastion Festive Face-Off Tournament. I am Delthius, and joining me on the desk today, we've got AV Ultimo. What's up, man?
Hey, guys. Good to be here.
Yeah, I'm super hyped for this, man. We had some good sign-ups for this. We got a lot of players on the docket here. So, let me go ahead and make an unranked match. Password stream. Yeah, please don't join the game unless you are a player, guys. Just to make sure we don't try to overload it or anything like that. Make sure the stream runs nice and smooth. Thanks everybody for tuning in today. I'm pretty hyped for this, man. This is gonna be a good one, Ultimo. What do you think of the players that signed up here? I see Classic Metal. I see DJ. Who else we got?
Yeah, a lot of new names, actually, that I do not recognize. I'm excited to see DJ. I imagine we're going to see Moles. I always hear Moles from him. But one thing I know for sure is that Classic Metal will get 4th place. I'm excited about that.
You're on Team Classic Metal, huh?
Always.
All right, let me see if the brackets... okay, looks like the brackets did reset. So we decided beforehand we were going to go into Mia Mari's game first, since she won the most recent tournament, the Pocketbot tournament, which she actually upset DJ Soak in that one, which was really...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She beat DJ Soak early on, knocked him out, went to the grand finals against Sly Fox, and took it out. And Sly Fox knocked out a big player himself, too, so both those guys looking really good.
All right, I'm excited to see how they fare in the tournament overall then.
Yes.
Mia and Sly Fox, okay.
Yeah, the first round is going to be Mia Mari versus Shadow31. If you're following us on the challenge bracket, guys, if you look underneath the Twitch profile page, there's a little link down there. You can click. I'll go ahead and just link that in the chat. Let me see.
Looking at the brackets now, since it reset, it reset even again, okay.
Oh, did it really?
And there's an even number of players, perfect. Wonderful.
Yeah, I'm hyped. So, I guess while we wait, we can introduce everybody in the tournament. We've got Manish Shrimp versus Furmar. We've got Shadow31 versus Mia Mari. We've got Pedro versus Onyx. We got Classic Metal versus DJ. Uh-oh, Ultimo. This is single elimination.
Oh, wow. That's kind of an unfortunate first round matchup. You're going to have to play their hearts out first round.
Yeah, man. This is a single elimination tournament, guys, so I don't anticipate this is going to go on for a super crazy amount of time. We basically got 3 rounds in the semifinal. There's a bronze match, which I'm sure we'll probably go into, depending on how fatigued everybody is. We'll most likely stream that and then go into the finals. But keep going here. We got Meow Kaiser. Uh-oh, these guys are ready to roll. Okay, real quick. Meow Kaiser and Supras are playing against each other. March Faster versus Evolution Theory. Buttercake versus Darius Hart. And Red Knight Gamer versus Sly Fox. So those are all the round 1 matches. Follow along with us on the challenge bracket, guys. It's gonna be good, man. Let us know how the audio sounds. And if you guys do tune into my channel a lot, you've probably noticed I do drop frames from time to time. So me and Ultimo have a backup plan for that. So if we're dropping frames, let us know, and we're going to switch it over to Ultimate casting it, so we should be good to go, man. This is going to be dope. I'm super hyped.
Are we planning on streaming all the games, or just a few picked ones?
It's going to be one match from each round.
One match from each round. Got it. That should go quick then. Awesome.
Yeah. It shouldn't be a super long tournament. I'm estimating a couple hours, and we'll probably have it done, so. All right. Just letting these guys pick their builds here. Here we go.
4T1 from Mia.
All right, spawning in the 8 o'clock position, we've got Mia Mari. And in the 2 o'clock, we've got Shadow31. So, what do you think of these deck choices, Ultima?
I have a feeling Mia is going to try to do some early stuff, obviously. He's kind of lacking in the harass department if he doesn't win early. But Shadow has some chameleons, which could prove to be really tanky towards the middle game. It could be hard for Mia to adapt to that.
Yeah, interesting seeing the Uncle Butter pickup out of Mia Mari here. So let's see if that plays out. I haven't tested Uncle Butters a whole lot since he got a little bit of the buff to that explosion recently, didn't he?
I am not sure, actually. He did. I know that his speed got increased, so it's much easier to get in range of for the explosion. So.
Yeah, so far nothing crazy coming out of these guys. I mean, pretty standard safe openings, right? Like the 5 farm Lizard Warren. So, yeah, I kind of anticipate both players will go up to like the 8 farm double Warren opening, and then we'll kind of see what happens from there. But I kind of agree with you though, Ultima. I mean, Mia's build, she's really kind of showing that she wants to do some aggression here.
It is sort of unfortunate though. Shadow doesn't really have anything that can deal super well with mass tier 1, no toads. But the cams again could prove to be really tanky against Mia's army, which could help him. But I guess we'll see.
Yeah, really what we're waiting on here is the big decision in the mid-game. Are they going to go for the campfires? Are they going to rush up a quick tier 2? I mean, we're kind of at that phase I just mentioned, that 8 farm, double tier 1 Warren. So now we just have to see if players decide to continue, pushing out more and more tier 1 or go up to something else.
Looks like we're seeing Shadow get his first tier 2 here. See what it is. Chameleons. All right, makes sense.
Yeah. So he might be going for that, like, 12 tier 1, 2 chameleon push, That's a pretty powerful play lately.
And I believe toads are still pretty powerful against mass chameleons, so if Mia sees the cams, I imagine she'll add on more toads to try to burst down those cams a bit faster.
Yeah, and Shadow did invest in that campfire, so if this game just kind of keeps going on and on without either player, really getting aggressive, he's going to get that economic lead. So I'd really like to see Mia go for something, and this is a really brutal build that Mia's going for here, right? Like, just all these tier 1s to punish anything greedy your opponent's doing.
Look at that, she's adding on the additional toads. I guess she saw the chameleons, or is assuming. Also, I'm noticing that Mia has not yet scouted the campfire to that high ground to her left.
Ooh.
So I don't think she's aware that she could be getting some extra money here.
Yeah, that's a really safe kind of pocket campfire. A little bit of a pain in the ass to walk all the way around that, there's no ramp or anything. You got to walk all the way around all those doodads, but still definitely worth it. It would be really hard for Shadow to ever take that out or even scout it, to be honest.
Definitely.
Going for that expansion,
opting to get that mill first. Yeah. Probably because she's not aware of the campfire there.
Not a bad play at all. This is a tournament match, so both players are trying to be really cautious, not take any fights that they don't need to. But here we go. Mia is now starting to position for the first big engagement. Got to be really careful with her Toad Micro. Comes in here, gets some pretty good engagements, but fighting with the defender's advantage is Shadow 31. Is it going to be enough? I don't think so. Mia cleaning up this army pretty handily and now doing some pretty significant economic advantage. Or economic damage, rather. And that's going to be it. I'd say that was a pretty successful attack. What do you think?
Wonderful attack. Unfortunate from Shadow. He brought in his lizards. Well, he didn't have many, but they sort of tanked some of the toad hits, but then the chameleons ran into the toads. Shadow lost one almost immediately, and then he had superior scroll numbers in a good position, so yeah, I think the toads really played out really well there for Mia.
Yeah, absolutely, and that kind of heavy tier 1 really punishes anything quick, but Shadow coming in for the counterattack gets the chameleons up front, which are going to soak a lot of the toads, but more toads get up on the tier 1 units of Shadow 31, and Mia holds really well. I think Mia's in a very dominating position at this point.
Yeah, Shadow has no units on the field. He's down significantly in economy, and I guess I would assume that was just a last-ditch effort attack. Really didn't do any damage there.
Yeah, it's kind of rough to, we've got this omnipotent view, right? So Shadow was thinking maybe Mia really invested in that first attack and I can come in here and get something done, but typically the best thing to do if you're behind in an engagement like that, guys, is try to draw the game out longer. Like, Shadow probably should have went for that expansion himself, because the longer the game goes on, the less that food differential matters, right?
What could have been an interesting move is that I don't even know if he'd gain enough territory, but he could have taken that campfire and maybe put some MGs on the high ground to take out some farms.
Yeah.
That could have been a bit of a cheeky play.
Yeah, I love MG play like that, man. That's why it's always hard for me to not include MGs in my deck. But Shadow flirting with the idea of coming in here for another attack, but Mia's army is pretty strong. She's got the toads, she's got the squirrels, she's got the winged demons to do all the damage from the backside and just absolutely dominate Shadow in that engagement. And Mia is going to take game number 1 here. I'm the worst, guys. I didn't set up my scoreboard assistant, so we'll just have to remind people. Mia Mari is up 1 game here, so Shadow has got to take the win or he's going to be knocked out of the tournament already.
I think Shadow's just got to be prepared for that potential early gameplay again. Seems like, let's see, not picking up the lizards this time, but I imagine Mia will be going for a similar attack. Oh, picking up the mines, though. It's a bit different.
Yeah, I like that. Little bit of a tech switch. And that's really important to do in a tournament, man. You don't want to sit there and do the same build over and over and be really predictable, right? Okay, here we go. Spawning in the 8 o'clock position, we've got Shadow 31. And in the 2 o'clock, we've got Mia Amari. And if you are just joining us, guys, Shadow 31 did lose the last game. This is a single elimination tournament, so he's really got to get something done here or he will be knocked out.
Now, people tend to not grab both toads and mines because they serve somewhat the same purpose.
Right.
But mines help with that mind game a bit. Don't know where they are. Has the opponent sold them?
Right.
So I think Mia could be going for... Actually, and there's a lot of spots in this map where she can put mines for choke points.
Yeah, I was about to say, look at this choke point, like on the high ground outside of Shadow's base, you know, in between the rocks. Like, imagine a mine or two right there. That would be absolutely devastating. And yeah, well, Shadow going for the mole rush, though, and I don't mind this play. I mean, he's got to win this game, so... Mia's got her own mole zone to defend, but didn't quite sniff it out in time. First mole down, Warren goes down. This is going to be rough for Mia. Doesn't have the turrets, but one squirrel did manage to get out, and Mia's going to defend, so that should put Mia in a pretty good spot, right?
I would have liked to have Shadow of immediately selling his 2 moles after he did the attack instead of trying to pull back, because now since moles have less HP, they're more likely to die.
Right.
So he could have gotten more value there, but looking at the damage done, he did all right. Probably shook Mia a bit, so the game's going to be slowed down for a little bit here. But I think they sort of came out even. Maybe even Mia actually came out a bit on top in terms of tempo, because she has the 8th farm out plus units already.
Yeah, I think the big story with that mole rush was the one squirrel that managed to get out, you know, before that Warren went down. I mean, if Shadow was able to take that squirrel out, he might have been able to seal the deal and end this game. And Mia looks like she's thinking about getting that campfire. Decides not to at this point. Going for that standard 8 farm double tier 1 opening. So far so good. And yeah, Shadow is a little bit behind here, so you know, the pressure's on for him, man. He's got to make a play. You know, Mia can just kind of chill, right? And just get bigger and more ahead. And looks like that's what she wants to do with the campfire, too. But Shadow took a campfire.
Yeah, they're both
himself.
grabbing the campfires. Hopefully this will be a bit longer game.
Now, Shadow can...
Oh, actually, I noticed Shadow doesn't have a tier 3, so if this does end up going long game, I think Shadow will have a hard time dealing with that boar, unless he does end up going Mass Falcon, which could help against that, because obviously boar cannot attack flying units.
Yeah, Mass Falcon is pretty good, man. If you have a strong front line of grunts, you know, and then you have like 6, 7, 8 Falcons behind them, that is absolutely insane. But, you know, Shadow's kind of got the map favor here, in my opinion. If he can set up a couple MGs on this high ground and really claim this high ground, he'll split the map in a favorable way for himself. And we'll have to see if it goes that long. I know Mia is a really big fan of her timing attacks, and love this little campfire she took in that like 5 o'clock position as well.
Yeah, it's awesome. She's essentially on 8 farms or 10 farms right now. It should help her eke out just a little bit more units than Shadow in the long run. Hopefully he scouts it soon, because that could be detrimental in terms of economy.
Yeah, I see in the chat, guys, if you are tuning in, I do have 1 million custom skins on, guys, so if you're wondering why my units look a little different, we got all kinds of user-submitted stuff going on here, but, I mean, this game is starting to stabilize, right? Like, Shadow's doing kind of what you're supposed to do when you get behind like that, just kind of let the mid-game go. They kind of concede, okay, I'm like, what, 100 food behind, you know? But that 2 campfires out of Mia, man, that's going to add up over time.
Yeah, even now if you look at the army graph, you can see Mia slightly pulled ahead a little bit, and then now Shadow's ahead. But I expect Mia to sort of start pulling ahead a little bit. I'd like to see Shadow get that second mill at some point, or both players actually, because it's getting close to that 5-minute mark.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you are new to this game, guys, at 5 minutes in, 4 of your farms mine out. So it's a big kind of kind of deciding point in this game. Catches that campfire for Mia. Very nice pickup. Also micros his toads and doesn't let them blow up. But that's going to trigger Mia to move out here. Let's see how this engagement goes. Great connections on these toads out of Mia. Good targeting on these falcons, though, for Shadow. But in the end, it looks like Mia's just got barely enough to take that engagement, but not by a whole lot. And she can't push it here because I'm pretty sure the defender's advantage for Shadow will let him hold this.
I think the main factor here is that Mia has more tier 2s out right now, and Shadow lost most of his. So I think she could have potentially gone in for some additional attacks, but I think it's the smart move here, since she's on low eco, is to pull back and get more army.
Right. Yeah, those 6 falcons out of Mia, man. Once those are all done, her army is going to be absolutely insane. So Shadow deciding to pull the trigger now. Let's see if it works out for him. Good flank attack out of Mia. Let's see how these toad connections go. Not the greatest for Mia, to be honest, but just the raw numbers and all those falcons for Mia allows her to win that battle pretty decisively.
Shadow had a great toad hit on those squirrels, but again, as we've mentioned, the falcon numbers are just too much for Mia right now. And even though with the great toad hit, the falcons just cleaned up the rest of Shadow's army.
Yeah, and I think Mio's got the tempo now. She doesn't have to worry about the defender's advantage anymore. She can kind of keep pressing in here, and I don't know, man. I think this is going to be all she wrote for Shadow.
I think you're right. I think that was an ill-advised attack from Shadow. He was behind, and he needed to get some eco up before doing that. Another sort of last-ditch effort attack, I guess, and it ends up losing him the game.
All right. Sweet. Okay, so Mia Mari is going to advance to round number 2. So let's check the brackets. I think we're going to have a little bit of downtime now while the other players finish up their matches. So what's been going on with you, AV? For those who don't know, I am Delthius. I've got AV Ultima with me from Clash of Comrades here. One of the OG tournament organizer guys for Tooth and Tail. So I'm super excited to have you joining me here today, man.
I'm happy to be here. I'm glad so many tournaments have cropped up from different communities. It's great.
Yeah, we've had Banner Bastions going pretty hard on organizing tournaments lately. We had, I think my favorite one, as much as I love Banner, but Josh, did you see the Josh's Training Ground tournament recently?
Right, when a top-level player picked a lower skilled player and they trained each other or something?
Yeah.
Pretty cool idea.
Yeah, I like that a lot. God, I think Banner had like a
I really like that a lot of the tournaments are really different. You know, you got single elimination, you have, 2v2, you have this interesting idea of, the trainee and the master. And then like a couple weeks before that, we had a crew battle tournament. I love seeing all these different types of tournaments. It's great.
Yeah, it's really healthy for the scene, guys. And don't be shy, man. If you want to give trying to organize a tournament a shot, man, I mean, with Challenge, it's really easy. You got casters like myself. I'm normally happy to help out or try casting on your own, man. Like any more and more events. I've actually been kind of joking lately, like, I want to see more casters, man, because I want to play in one of these damn tournaments.
Also, if anyone's familiar with Smash GG, they also have a Tooth and Tail specific option you can choose on their website, and they'll advertise it for you. So that's another tournament option if you don't want to use Challenge.
Yeah, Smash GG. Who did Strawberry's tournament was Smash GG, right?
Yeah, his last few has been that way.
Yeah. And looks like Jed Erickson saying he's got some news coming out. Him and Furmar, maybe they got something in the works. So
awesome.
I appreciate all the follows, guys. I actually disabled the follower alerts since it's kind of like a tournament setting. So thanks to Osman. Who else we got here? Stormtrooper, thank you. Luna, Calex, I appreciate it. Radayanqui, thank you. The Useless 27, thank you so much. We really appreciate it, guys. Just trying to keep more events coming, man. I do a Tuesday, Thursday night show here on this channel where we just cast replay. So if you're in the tournament today and your game isn't streamed, I might be able to get those replays in on my next casting show. So let's check in on the results while we wait. We've got Mia Mari, obviously.
And it looks like DJ took out Classic Metal.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, so DJ and Mia so far have advanced, and right now we're just waiting on the rest of round 1 to finish up. So we apologize on the delay in the action. Yeah, Jet, tell me what you got. Tell us right now, man. I'll plug it right now. We have a little bit of downtime. Yeah, announcing attorney during attorney, right? No, as to my knowledge, we don't have another upcoming event. You know, correct me if I'm wrong. So, if there's something coming up, guys, let us know. This is the place to do it. Yeah, no worries. So, how can I use your skins? Okay, so if you go to community underneath my profile, there is a link to the Google document or the Google Share Drive where all the skins are stored. There are a couple that aren't on there. I still need to get on. Awkward Fish Guy made a couple. I actually just got a message from somebody in Discord today or saying they made a couple skins they wanted to show off. I think some like zombie stuff, so that's pretty cool. Thanks for the follow, Cam Frenchie. We appreciate it. Check my Discord. All right. All right. Oh man, how do you say this one, Ultima? You're the Viashell expert. I'm gonna butcher this if I try.
Say which one.
I just sent it to you in Discord. How do you pronounce that?
Viashell Carnage. Or Viashell Kielnez.
Viashell Kielnez. Sounds right. Okay, so that's going to be another upcoming tournament on the 6th of January. That's going to be sweet.
I remember Jet asking about this in the Viashell chat. Awesome.
Wait, what? It's going to be a free-for-all tournament? Am I seeing that correctly?
There we go. That's going to be madness. But I love it, as I said before, people doing all these interesting tournaments, not just 1v1s. It's pretty great.
Oh, yeah.
I imagine there'll be some pretty wacky spawns with that one.
Yeah, free-for-all tournament, man. That's going to be nuts. So is it like 3-player free-for-all? I'm not sure. Alright, what do you got for me, DJ? Okay, DJ sent me a replay we can kind of fill some time with from the previous matches.
Nice, shoot it my way, and then we'll count it down.
Alright, let me download these here. So we are gonna watch the DJ versus Classic Metal games while we wait. I just gotta do a couple back-end things to get that set up. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We appreciate it. Yeah, we just finished that round 1 game pretty quickly, so now we're kind of waiting on the rest of the round 1 matches to finish before we can go into round 2. So, let me set these up, and while we wait, we're gonna watch a couple of the other games from round 1 that just finished up. Just throw these in the old replay folder here. Boom. Okay. Oh wait, okay, never mind. A round 2 match is open now.
Oh yeah? I guess we'll save this one, just in case.
Yeah, watching some DJ versus Classic Metal action is always good filler material for sure.
Have you named these replays?
No, they were just...
Using your... Okay.
Okay, so...
I was wondering if you sent them to your little program that named them automatically.
No, Icebox is the one who coded that, man. I need to write one myself. Yeah, Icebox had a baby, so he's been out of the scene for a little while. I hope he comes back, but I totally understand if he doesn't, man. I mean, adulting, right?
Definitely.
Okay, so the next match we're going to hop into, if you're following us on the challenge bracket, is going to be round 2, match number 11, Meow Kaiser versus March Faster. So they should be getting the memo to join up onto the lobby here shortly, and we're going to launch into those games. Oh wait, no, the 3-player. Okay, so it's a 3-player free-for-all tournament with sparse grist mills and no campfires. That is hilarious.
Oh.
I didn't see that part. Yeah, campfires are disabled, mills are sparse, and no balloons. You can't have balloons; they're banned. Best of 3. Okay, 3-player free-for-all rounds, which is a best of 1, and then a 1v1 final round. That's gonna be crazy.
Okay.
But we've got this tournament today, the Festive Face-Off, which I'm super hyped for, man. We got really good participation. We got some great viewership, so shout out to all you lovely nerds out there, man. Tooth and Tail community kicks some serious ass.
Hearts all around.
Let's see. Just waiting on our players to join up here, guys. No big deal. What is up, everybody? Yeah, the meme tournament. Dude, that one's gonna be good. I don't think we've done a free-for-all tournament yet, have we, Ultima?
No, we have not. Only thing we've ever done is 2v2 and 1v1s. So this will be a new thing.
Yeah.
Jet Erickson breaking the mold.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I just casted a Jet Erickson tournament, a couple weeks ago. That was a lot of fun, man. Jet's a great caster. So, definitely tune into that one, guys.
Doesn't he cook or something? I'm
Yeah,
aware of some...
he did like a cooking channel. Oh no, they started already? No! Ugh. Alright.
Oh, they've already started. Wow.
Yeah, the second match we were gonna go into. Darn it. Alright, so maybe we will go into those DJ Soak replays while we wait, or...
Alright, let's do it.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Just keep the show rolling here. Alright, so let's hop into the one that's the 11:12 a.m. Ultima.
Alright.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go. Alright, spawning in the 6 o'clock position, we've got DJ Soap. And his opponent in the 12 o'clock, we've got Classic Metal. So, both these guys taking the moles, to be expected, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Classic Metal is only taking them because he knows DJ will probably do something with him. So he's doing it as a response to DJ. Let's see who's the superior molar here.
Yeah. And turrets are a pretty good response as well. And alright, there we go.
There we go.
It's a nice little mind game, no big deal. You know, Classic Metal showing DJ's prepared for that mole rush, and you know, DJ's very well known for the mole style of play. So it makes sense to you know, put one of those spots in your deck to kind of counter that, you know.
It's funny how these things always come around. Maybe a year and a half ago, or maybe upcoming on 2 years when I first started playing the alpha, there's this player I used to mole just like this way back when. Then moles sort of fell out, and then guess what? They're back in. People are doing the same exact thing.
Right. Yeah, the changes left them in a pretty okay spot. I mean, I don't want to comment too much on the balance, but I feel like you can respond pretty well to them in their current state, especially if you have moles of your own or an MG. Like, MG can defend mole rushes fairly well if you're not a big mole player, so that's the big thing though, right? You don't want the counter of a unit to be the unit itself, you know?
Exactly, and you don't want players always choosing a specific unit because they feel they have to.
Yeah. So let's see, Classic Metal thinking about moving out with his lizards, but thinks better of it. DJ did get a little bit of the high ground advantage on that fight and managed to snipe out a lizard for free. Looks like he's coming in, man. He's building the moles. He wants to make this attack work. He's coming in, he's gonna knock out the turret before he gets a chance to finish. I think Classic actually sold it, but either way, it doesn't get up, and now DJ's got some really big momentum, starting to get economic damage done, and he's gonna keep this momentum going.
Yeah, that was pretty unfortunate. Classic Metal tried running his army in a few times to the squirrels, got one picked off, two picked off, and then that left him really weak for the defense.
Yeah, and at this point, I think the snowballing effect of kind of taking that advantage and making more advantage with it is starting to happen. I mean, Classic Metal's lost a lot of pigs at this point, and those moles, man. Just being able to reinforce your push like this is so strong.
I think in these types of pushes, in the case where you have lizards, you really need to try to ignore the moles on the front lines and focus fire the squirrels if you can.
Right.
But I think in this case, Classic Metal lost too many lizards here and there in just random pokes. So again, left him, unfortunately, open for a good attack from DJ.
Yeah, that high ground position DJ had, you know, he was able to get those pop shots off for free, so. Let's take a look real quick at the brackets. Alright, looks like a couple rounds are ready now, and DJ's next round.
Want to take a look at Pedro and DJ?
Whatever banner, I don't want to don't quote me on that yet, but there are a couple matches ready, so I think we should go ahead and rehost the lobby.
Looks like we're doing Amari versus Mantis.
Okay, yeah, sorry guys, I'm kind of typing back and forth with Banner Bastion. Yep, we're going into another Miyamari game versus Mantis Shrimp. Coming up here, round number 2, guys. This is going to be a good one. Mia's been looking phenomenally lately, man. I played against her a lot on the ladder. She had really good results in the Pocketbot tournament. She actually won the last little tournament we did, so definitely big up-and-comer. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. We are in round number 2 of this tournament. Waiting on our players to tune in here. Banner Bastion gonna take an observer seat, no big deal. Here's the link to the challenge already, so you guys can follow along with us here. And we're waiting on Mia's opponent, Mantis Shrimp, to join the lobby, and we'll be hopping into round number 2 of this tournament. I'm so excited. So far, so good, man. And I'm really interested because I saw DJ running that Fox, and I think Fox is pretty good right now, to be perfectly honest, you know?
I think if you can pull out the Fox in a very unexpected moment, she becomes really devastating, especially in cases of a low eco game, maybe one base, and both players have sort of gone on each other. You can really sell a T1 Warren and sneak it in when both players are too afraid to attack, and then, surprise, surprise, a Fox comes out.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It really depends on your map positioning, or if you want to be aggressive. I was trying that variant of it for a while. Like, I was running lizards, right? And I'd be super aggressive in the early game, try to scare my opponent, and then sell some crap off and throw down a Fox. And stuff like that could work really well, man. RTS games, you know, it's all about mind games. It's kind of like poker a little bit. You got to scout. You got to pay for information, you know? If you're not if you're not 100% on what your enemy's doing, they could tech switch on you real fast, especially in Tooth and Tail, where you can sell stuff and get a full refund. All right, here we go. These players picking their decks right now. Wow, Red Knight Gamer knocked out Sly Fox. Interesting. Okay, we're into this match. A little bit of lag coming into it.
Mantis picking up 2 tier 3s.
Spawning in the 6 o'clock, we've got Miyamari. And in the 1 o'clock with 2 tier 3s, we've got Mantis Shrimp. And man, I've always wanted to make that kind of build work, Ultima, where you can get the Owl and the Fox, you know? But it's so hard to do.
He's got a lot of units to micro here. Actually, all his units really require a good bit of microing to stay alive, so I'm really curious to see how he's going to manage all this.
Yeah, Mantis sold his farms right in front of Mia for a 4-farm Warren. I was kind of expecting that to be a bit mind-gamey and him to sell that off, but he decides to keep it, so Mia is aware that Mantis has a pretty early Warren here. But yeah, you're totally right, man. Like, every unit from Mantis Shrimp's army requires some pretty significant micro, right?
Yeah, his lizards can't run him into toads. Toads, obviously, can't run him into anything you don't want to. Ferrets require some dancing. Snakes need a poke in and out with its tankiness. Yeah, I'm really curious how he's gonna manage all this. Really, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, and I think
we'll see if they even make it past the early games, because these games are going by pretty quick.
Yeah, Yeah, there's a lot of aggression in the current metagame of Tooth and Tail, but I think the real story of this game is going to be who secures that base kind of north of Mia's first base, you know? Like, whoever gets that high ground can probably, you know, dictate the tempo and the map control for the rest of the match, don't you think?
Definitely. If Mia ends up taking it, I think she has pretty much, secured Mantis from exiting his base, and she'll have free reign over those southern bases. Luckily, Mantis has taken that campfire on the right side, so he's going to be getting some extra money for the time being. So hopefully he can build up a good army and push out and take that high ground from Mia.
Yeah, Mia doing this really bread and butter kind of play, I feel like lots of tier 1 early on, and it's really strong because if your opponent tries to do anything crazy like rush up to a quick fox or take an early expansion, you can get run over. I mean, even that campfire might be too much of an investment outside of Mantis's army. If Mia hits a window, you know, where she's kind of got that extra 60 food, that campfire hasn't really paid for itself yet, she could take a pretty good engagement, but opts to take a campfire herself, so I'm not sure if she's gonna be planning on moving out, you know, immediately or anything like that.
I think if Mantis was in a less defensive position, Mia might have decided to go in for some kind of attack. But considering this position, it might not have been well advised for her to do it. So decided against it.
Yeah, here comes Mantis though. Like I said, man, taking these 2 tier 2 Warrens. So if Mia sniffs that out, she'll have a timing attack window before those units are done. Where she can come in and roll over Mantis. We'll have to see. She's trying to get the scout off. She hasn't seen it yet.
She sees it.
Oh, there she goes, yep.
Mantis now taking that other campfire. So he's invested a lot. He's hoping to get past that early T1 timing, and if he does, he's going to be really ahead.
Yeah, I'm so worried. Like, this is such a clutch moment in the game, right? Because if Mia moves out,
that's it.
Like, that is going to be insane, you know, because Mantis took those 2 campfires. He took the 2 tier 2 Warrens. Now, granted, Mia does have 2 tier 2 now, and just moved the squirrels over really well on her scouting here. Going to take that campfire out for free.
Taking a look at that vision, it looks like Mia hasn't even scouted that right side of the map, so she is unaware of any campfires right now. There.
Yeah, that always feels the worst, man. Like, when you're not even aware. But, I mean, I'm worried for Mantis. He's going to have a really strong army with all his tier 2. Now, granted, Mia did make a bunch of Falcons of her own, but this map is kind of favored towards Mia a little bit, right? I mean, she's got those pocket gristmills she can take. It's going to be hard for Mantis to get out on this map and take a gristmill.
Yeah, he needs to push out sooner rather than later and take a defensive position. Otherwise, I think armies will become too bald, and he'll sort of be a toss-up at one point. So I think Mantis needs to take the initiative and find a spot where he can set up and chill out and hopefully play for the late game, get those tier 3s out.
Yeah, he's really got to get out on this map, and it's kind of in his... You know, the burden of making a play, I feel like, is a little bit on Mantis here. Now, Mia did scout that 3 o'clock campfire, but it's going to be difficult to get all the way over there and take that out without any lizards. And here we go. She's claiming that forward gristmill on the high ground. If she claims this successfully, she's going to lock Mantis in. Looks like Mantis doesn't want to let that happen, so coming out here for an engagement, but... realizes that there's a lot of Falcons, tries a micro against those toad hits, but Mia taking a dominating victory in that engagement, and I think she can just snowball to win the game from here.
Yeah, that was some poor movement from Mantis. Snakes really need to stay in the fight and tank while also putting their poison down. But I did notice a lot of times that the snakes were just hitting the same thing and immediately putting 8 poison sacks on a squirrel. Ooh. I mean, yeah, that's funny, but that doesn't really accomplish much. The 8 snakes weren't really doing anything and applying actual DPS. So he just sort of lost the fight because he didn't have any upfront damage going on Mia. Not to mention he lost most of his lizards to the toads. So I think it was Mantis is running around taking all the gristmills.
Now he's memeing. Come on, man.
He's memeing a bit.
It's a tournament match, man. Don't draw this out. But yeah, man. Another thing too I noticed with that engagement, Manus kind of like positioned himself to take that fight, right? And then after he saw Mia's army, kind of changed his mind. But you really couldn't at that point, so he kind of tried to backpedal, and he took a lot of free hits from Mia.
Yeah, in this game, you sort of really got to commit to things. Once you're into a fight and deep in it, if you decide to retreat, you're going to take a ton of losses. So unless you're really ahead and can afford to retreat, you're better off just sticking to the fight and taking out as much as you can. Oh my gosh.
Come on, man, I still do this. If you're against a player who's doing something like this, guys, the best thing you can do is after you blow stuff up, just recapture it, so your opponent can't keep running around taking everything. And I don't know, I guess Manus isn't very happy here. But this match is basically over, so we are going to go into round number 2, or match number 2, of round number 2, I should say, of Manus versus Mia after this game. Making Mia work a little bit harder, run around this map and constantly keep stopping Manus from memeing all over the place.
Shouldn't Mantis be starving? Oh, he has that campfire, so...
Oh, yeah.
He's going to run out of money at some point. This is just silly.
Oh my god. Cue the Benny Hill music at this point, right? Yeah. Oh god.
It's funny how the bases are set up this way, like in a circle, so he can keep doing this for a little while. But at some point, he's definitely not going to have the money to do it. Mia needs to continually kill the campfires, because he's earning 2 food a second right now.
Yeah, Mia
also probably split up her army as well, instead of just balling them all in one spot.
Right. Yeah, Mia's just got to make sure to recapture everything that she takes, otherwise Manus is just going to keep running around like this and stretching this game out, which, as annoying as it is, you don't really want to do this in tournament games, guys, but it does buy us some time to let the other matches finish, right? So that's not too bad.
Oh, so good guy Mantis, not bad guy Mantis.
Yeah,
okay, I
see. Putting some spin on this, man. What is he? Did he take? He took his main again? Come on, man.
Yeah, now he's gaining more money.
Oh my god. Yeah, sorry guys. Not a whole lot we can do about this. Come on, Mia, finish him off, man. So let's see. While we wait on this this ridiculousness to finish up, what are the brackets looking like right now, Ultima?
Peering over, looks like Meow Kaiser took it over March Faster, 2-0.
Damn.
And we're still waiting on Buttercake versus Darius. That's still going on in round 1.
Oh wow, are you serious? A round 1
actually,
game?
Oh wait. Oh yeah, that's still going on.
Yeah, that's insane, man. I guess they're getting some crazy owl play going on or something. All right, Mia, you got this. Finish him up.
I believe this is the end for Mantis.
Yeah, that's
there you go.
Good gameplay out of Mia Mari there. A little bit of a wag of the finger to Mantis Shrimp. But all right, we should be hopping into game number 2 here. Match number 2 of round 2. So far, so good with the stream. Haven't dropped any frames, so fingers crossed. I might have just jinxed myself there. Okay, so looks like round 3 will be the Meow Kaiser game. This is what Banner Bastion is telling me, so these players are gearing up for their second match here. Manus Shrimp really needs to take a win or he will be knocked out of the tournament. And Mia is just on fire today, racking up the kills, playing phenomenally. So,
yeah, if you're a player looking to try to make it to that third game, you really need to set up around the 3-minute to 4-minute mark, someplace in the map where you can know after grabbing that expansion, I can get a third or potentially a fourth.
Right.
But if you just stay in your base like Mantis did and then waited for Mia to make the move, that sort of puts you in a bad spot because you're not really looking for that early game fight.
Absolutely. Spawning in the 6 o'clock position, we've got Mia Amari. And in the 2 o'clock, we've got Mana Shrimp. So similar builds here coming out of both these players. Mia dropping the lizards for the mines once again, so be interesting to see if she can make anything work with those mines this game. How do you feel about this map?
Very open compared to what we've seen. Again, Mantis is sort of in that position where he'll need to push out on his own and take something, while Mia sort of has the run of the map right now.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, Mantis has really got to get out here and plant his flag down somewhere. Let's see. He does have this kind of 12 o'clock base he can maybe take that campfire and kind of try to start splitting that way. I mean, this base on the low ground right outside of his main, seems pretty reasonable. So let me think. I mean, if he's really aggressive, he actually could split this map in his favor, but it's going to be difficult. I feel like both players at least have a second base that's not super close to their main, but, is reasonable. They can take it.
Yeah, I think Mantis's best bet would be to take this one outside his main, and then he'd be able to contest this mill right next to him, right, leaving Mia to just the one on the right and then the one on the left. Yeah. And then at some point he can take that 12 o'clock one, as you mentioned. And that'll set him up well for some late game shenanigans.
Looks like Mia should be aware of that campfire. Yeah, okay, so Mia is aware of the campfire out of Mantis now, the only campfire on the map, so Mantis can just kind of chill for a minute and gain a little bit of an economic advantage that way. We'll have to see if Mia sits around and lets him or if she decides to move out.
Yeah, I think you mentioned this last game. Because he invested 60 food in that campfire, now Mia's going to have a slight army advantage. So if she does decide to attack, Mantis will probably be... might lose this campfire. Yeah, does less units than expected. Ooh.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Good job. Not quite... That was actually really good play out of Mia, right? Kind of sacks a couple toads to force Mantis' army to kind of wing back. Mantis' army was surprisingly bigger there, but Mia had those couple squirrels just kind of poking down at that campfire over time, so I think good play. But the real story here is Mana Shrimp rushing up to those tier 2 yet again in this game, so I'm not sure if Mia is aware of that, and kind of similar to last time, if she does sniff it out, she can kind of timing attack and get in there before these tier 2 are finished. Looks like she's going to scout it just now, so. What do you think Mantis has got to do to win this game here, Ultima?
I'm sort of confused by the snake picks, really. Okay, I'm glad to see him go more falcons than snakes this time, because Mia's army is really burst related. Has toads, squirrels, and falcons, and I don't think the snakes last long enough in a fight to do as much damage as they should. Yeah. So I think if Mantis did decide to go snakes, mass snakes like before, it would have been a mistake. So good to see more falcons from him this time around.
Yeah, if you're going to take those snakes, they're actually pretty high micro units, because you want to sit there and tag as many different units with the poison as possible, right? You don't want to let it just kind of stack up, but Mantis going for the engagement. That Gristmill's going to help Mia tank. Decides to pull back. Leaves his campfire kind of open. Mia gets it. At the same time, Mantis is going hard on this Gristmill, but that is just a tanking Gristmill out of Mia. I don't think she's actually worried about it. Takes the fight, but looks like this fight might actually pull in Mana Shrimp's favor with those Falcons from the back doing a lot of damage.
Wow, what I'm seeing from a lot of these fights is that the Falcons end up surviving, and then whoever has the most Falcons just ends up winning the fight, and we see that again here. Just because Mantis had 2 Warrens of it, he comes out on top, and now Mia's sitting at just 2 Falcons. And luckily the snakes did stay in the fight longer this time, even tanked some toad hits, and they were able to apply enough DPS to sort of eke out the fight.
Yeah, you got to be really on top of your micro and target those Falcons down with your squirrel lines or with the Falcons of your own. Otherwise, they're just going to sit in the back and do so much damage. I don't know, man. Mana Shrimp's not in a bad spot this game, right?
No, he's not. It seems like he was going to get that expo, but decided to get an extra Falcon Warren. I think he's assuming that Mia's just going to go for an all-out attack instead of trying to recover. So he's gonna respond in kind and just hopefully beat Mia out as well. But Mantis does have that campfire, so he's gaining he's gonna be getting more money than Mia.
Yeah, we have passed 5 minutes here, so it's kind of interesting to see Mia not opting to go for an expansion. It's showing us that she wants to do this one base all-in play and putting a lot of her eggs in one basket here. If this attack doesn't work, you know, Mana Shrimp is in a great spot to win, but here we go. Mia's really got to make this attack work. The perfect engagement with those toads. Coming in, let's see how the toad engagement is. Good little micro from Manus, back up. Not too bad, but a lot of those squirrels still get toaded upon here, Ultima, so.
Yeah, I'm not liking these pullbacks from Mantis. They never end up working out, and it just makes it worse. I think he would have been fine just standing his ground, because he got hit by the toads anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, you really gotta be careful, because when you're pulling back like that with your units, you know, you're basically letting your opponents just kind of sit there and get free shots on you, right? So he was able to take that good engagement and come in here with enough tempo. Let's see if she can stop Manus from running around taking all the Grismals this time.
Wow, that's really unfortunate. I feel like Mantis did sniff out the fact that Mia was just going to go for a one base instead of trying to stabilize. But I think I noticed again he ended up getting another set of snakes when he should have probably just gotten more falcons. And then considering the burst damage, he just got sort of wrecked in the fight there, especially when he pulled back, got hit by the toads anyway. And if anything, if he was expecting an engagement, he really should have just stayed behind his mill and sort of taken the fight there. Maybe Mia might have accidentally hit some toads on the mill, and that would have been great for Mantis. So just a few mistakes from him that made him lose the fight in the end.
Yeah.
But good plays from Mia, though, for going for that all-in there, knowing that she couldn't stabilize. So good stuff from both players.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, we are going to take just a quick break while we wait for round number 3 to get ready to go. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
See ya.
What is up, everybody? We are back. If you're just joining us, welcome to the Banner Bastion Festive Face-Off Tournament. I am Delthius, and joining me on the desk today is AV Ultima. What's going on, man?
Hey man, great tournament so far. Loving the casting, loving the players, loving the chat.
Yeah, dude, it's been badass. I can't wait. So, looks like round 2 should be ready to go. Round 3, I believe. Right? Yeah. Okay, so...
Correct.
So yeah, people were like wondering if, because normally when we do tournaments, man, it's like a freaking event, right? Like it's 5 or 6 hours, but this is actually a single elim, not a double elimination. So what that means, if you're unfamiliar with tournament formats, is in a single elim, you know, you lose a best of 3, then you're donezo. Where in a double elimination, you get the losers bracket, so that makes tournaments go a lot longer. We're actually, I mean, this thing's been moving so fast, you know. We're on round 3 right now. After round 3 finishes, we're going to do the bronze match for the 3rd place, and then we're going to go into the finals, so making good time. And it looks like this game is going to be Meow Kaiser versus Red Knight Gamer. The other round of 3 match going on right now is going to be Mia Mari versus DJ Soak, which that's crazy, man, because that was kind of what I was thinking would be the finals, so... One of those players getting knocked out right here, right now.
We will see them again in the bronze match, though.
Yeah, that's very true.
Fighting for those worthless internet points.
Yeah, that's it. So do you know a lot about that currency? What's the deal with that?
Yeah, so on the Discord server, you're able to earn what we call WIP, or worthless internet points. And you can use those whips to buy emotes on the server. They're just fun little things to sort of kill time on the server. Fun little Discord game. And it was all programmed by Master Stealth.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. I need to get some whips of my own. I never get to earn... Well, how about some whips for the casters? Come on, man.
Oh, I won't disagree with that. I think 100 to both sounds pretty reasonable.
Right? Yeah, of course. Whatever the first place amount is, it should just be double for the casters. Waiting on Red Knight Gamer to hop in here for his opponent. Red Knight Gamer is a fairly new player, so doing pretty well in this tournament. He knocks out Sly Fox in a 2-1, which, you know, Sly Fox is pretty good, so he beats Darius Hart in a 2-0. And now he's up against Meow Kaiser, which, you know, Meow Kaiser's always floating around that 40 mark on the ladder, so... Casters don't need whips. How dare you? Whose side are you on?
Looks like Red Knight is looking for the... There you go. Nice.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. We're just waiting on our other player to join the lobby here, and we're going to get started. This is the 3rd round, so here he is, Red Knight Gamer. Whoever wins this will be advancing to the finals to fight either DJ Soak or Mia Mari, which I believe is a best of 5. Is the 3rd place? Yeah, 3rd place is best of 5 as well. So we've got this best of 3, and then we've got 2 more best of 5s lined up after this.
Nice, so we still got a lot of Tooth and Tail lined up for you guys.
Yep. At most, 13 more games. I'd like to see... man, I would love to see the best of 5 matches go to that 5th round, man. That'd be pretty hype. What's going on, everybody? I need to make some more mods. I think Jed Erickson should be a mod. Boom. Hey, I'm on the side of the proletariat too, Shadow. Hopper's my main man. Or woman, I guess. Alright, here we go. Looks like they're ready. In their deck selection. Both players picking rather quickly, kind of have a rehearsed build ready to go. right. A little bit of lag at the beginning, no big deal. Uh-oh. Why is... Aha, okay, sorry about that, guys. Spawning in the 5 o'clock position, we've got Red Knight Gamer. And in the 10 o'clock, we've got Meowkaiser. What do you think of these decks, Ultima?
Looks like Meow has sort of taken the usual from what we've seen, but Red Knight's doing a bit different. Well, this is the first we've seen pigeons this tournament. So hopefully that's used well. Considering that their AI now works really well with Falcons, I hope to see them used in conjunction.
Yeah.
Staying alive and applying a lot of DPS.
Yeah, I don't mind the pigeons. Like, they're kind of hard to fit into your deck, you know, because they don't help you too much in that direct engagement. But when you have units like chameleons or a fox or something like that, where the pigeon kind of just heal it back up in between engagements real quick, I mean, it can help out pretty significantly.
And taking a look at the map itself, it is very straightforward. There's a lot of junk on the bottom side and the top side of the map, and the players sort of just reach their territories are almost touching. Looks like Meow definitely has the map advantage. If he takes this middle one right outside his base, he's got 2 mills pretty much on lockdown alongside a campfire and can contest anything of Meow. Actually, even more than that. Red Knight Gamer has to go all the way around for that northern expansion. Or that 2 o'clock expansion.
Yeah, you're right. That kind of got screwed on the placement. If only he had like a ramp there or something to make it a little more fair.
Yeah.
But, you know, he does have 2 campfires and an expansion of his own. And, you know, we've had some pretty aggressive plays today, right? So I feel like even maps that kind of look favored in this position towards Meowkaiser, I mean, if both players have access to, like, what, a gristmill and maybe a campfire, they should be in relatively good spot, at least up until the mid-game, right?
Yeah, you're not too wrong in that assessment. We've rarely seen games go past that third, so as long as Red Knight has that 1 expansion, from what we've seen, that's all he really needs, alongside a campfire. Actually, he has 2 campfires just right next to his base, so I think for the moment, Red Knight is in a pretty great spot.
Dude, Jet Erickson, okay, I make him a mod, because he's always in the channel, and then he immediately bans somebody. How dare you? Banning Shadow 31, man. I think he fixed it though. But Meowkaiser coming in here for the big attack. He's making the moles, the reinforce, and he might catch Red Knight a little bit unprepared. He did invest in the chameleons and in those 2 campfires, so Meowkaiser has a sizable army advantage right now, coming in, getting a lot of damage done already, and this might snowball for a victory here. I mean, he's losing his army, but he's done a ton of damage.
Oh man, that is so unfortunate. It was good that he grabbed those 2 campfires, but that's 120 food and not into army. And then he places down a chameleon alongside that. That's so long for any kind of army value to come out. And then Meow decides to go for that typical mole timing attack. And then you can see that because Red Knight invested 240 food in the things that won't invest for a while.
Yeah,
really hurt him.
you gotta be careful with stuff like that, man. Teching up, like, I almost wouldn't have minded Red Knight with how greedy he was being to throw down a turret or 2 outside his base, you know, to kind of delay the game a little bit until his tech paid off for him. But, you know, great timing attack out of Meowkaiser here. I mean, timing attacks are really what Tooth and Tail is all about. You know, you get to scout relatively for free in this game. You know, your commander dies, it doesn't really matter. So good job from Meowkaiser, you know, sniffing out his opponent and punishing things. And it's not a bad playstyle, to be honest, you know, like get up like 12 squirrels, reinforce with a couple moles, and just kind of test your opponent. Like, hey, are you doing anything greedy, you know? If so, then I'm gonna beat you.
Yeah, and taking a look at that 230 mark, you can see how far behind he was in that army.
All right, this is match number 2 here in the semifinals of the Banner Bastion's Festive Face-Off Tournament. Red Knight Gamers really got to take this match, or he is going to be Audi 5000. Well, actually, he will get kicked into the bronze match at the very least. So, Red Knight Gamer is guaranteed to place at least 4th now, so that's not too bad. Alright, spawning in the 8 o'clock position, we've got Meowkaiser. And in the 3 o'clock, we've got Red Knight Gamer. These look to be about the same builds as last time, right?
Yes, exact same builds.
Let me think. This map, I mean, kind of in the same boat as we were last game with this map, I feel like, where Meowkaiser's got a little bit better of the split on the gristmills, but, you know, Red Knight's got a natural base. He's got a third base he can take fairly easily, so we rarely see games really go much longer than that, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. The fact that Meowkaiser's got a couple more gristmills on his side.
Yeah, I really like to see these players that are losing so early on secure their early game much better. Oh, putting down an MG just in case. I'm wondering if he's going to try to rush to tier 2, or he's afraid of some kind of mole push. But yeah, I'd like to see these players get more fundamentals in that early game, like not investing too much in those higher invest stuff. And we'll see a lot more late game if that happens. Like, we'll see a lot more of those early timing attacks fail, and we'll start seeing those tier 3s come out. But until then, we're going to see a lot more moles.
Yeah, it's almost a game that's a lot like tennis, right? Like, unless these guys are really equally matched, a timing attack or that one of the players sniffs out should be enough to seal the deal in the early game. But we do see big game and late game tooth and tail matches that are absolutely nuts. And interesting decision by Red Knight Gamer to keep that turret there. I think that turret kind of made sense up front when he was afraid of the moles, right? But I would have sold it off if I was him.
You're absolutely right. It's going back to that same logic of getting a campfire early. You're spending 60 food for lack of army. Now he has just 60 food sitting there, not really defending anything. It doesn't even look like Meow's even going for an attack right now, considering he's gotten an expo. So when he scouts Red Knight's base and continually sees that MG sitting there, he's pretty glad he's going to be ahead for 60 food until Red Knight sells that.
Yeah. Yeah, really good response from Meowkaiser to just go ahead and expand. You know, when you see your opponent building a lot of defense, you know, it's the right move to go ahead and just try to get ahead, try to macro up. But I would like to see Red Knight sell that turret and maybe position it on the low ground to protect a couple of his bases rather than just one, you know?
And now that he's placed a Warren on the outside of it, it's not going to be protecting that at all. So yeah, probably be a good time to sell that. Red Knight opting for the Falcons over the Chameleons. I like it.
Yeah.
Although we've seen that Chameleons can stay alive for a while and apply their DPS. So we'll see which one ekes out in the fights here.
Yeah, it's kind of counterintuitive, but I'm pretty sure the math works out. If it's like 9 squirrels and 2 chameleons versus 9 squirrels and 2 falcons, the chameleons actually win that engagement. Just because they deal with the squirrels so quickly, the squirrels can take down the falcons. But Red Knight decides now's the time to move out, and let's see if it works for him. One falcon going down immediately, the second falcon now getting targeted by Meowkaiser, and he's going to have to run away with his tail between his legs and loses. Oh, he keeps the one falcon alive, but overall, that was a great engagement for Meowkaiser here.
Yeah, I didn't quite understand that engagement there.
I mean, maybe Red Knight Gamers saw that Meow took an expansion and maybe overestimated how much he saturated it. It was thinking, oh, I have a chance, you know?
Then he has to take into account the 120 food he has in the campfire and the MG. So they're sort of in the same boat right now in terms of economy. But now, he's going to try and go for a flank here. I like this, actually. If Meow doesn't react fast enough, he could maybe pick off this Warren.
Oh, it would have been so dope if he got that campfire earlier and could build a couple turrets here to reinforce this. But I don't know, man. Meowkaiser's army does have to go through that moat. We'll have to see. So far, it looks pretty dominating for Meowkaiser. Good toad engagements and quite a lot of squirrels. And just absolutely dominates Red Knight in that fight.
Yeah, the superior squirrel numbers and chameleons is making it tough for Red Knight because, as we know, Falcons are not great just on their own. They need that tier 1 support on the ground. And if the chameleons are soaking up the damage and they're killing the squirrels, then the Falcons are just left alone and they sort of die since they're essentially made out of paper.
Yeah, and I love these reinforcing moles coming out of Meowkaiser. He's decided he's won a couple good engagements. Now's the time to see if I can come in here and seal the deal. He gets a good angle to where that turret doesn't really help too much in the main fight. It's done a lot of damage already, to be honest.
The turret killed a few reinforcing toads, but that was about it.
Yeah, but the situation is just looking better and better for Meowkaiser. His expansion is miles ahead. His army is much bigger. It's going to be very difficult for Red Knight Gamer to make a comeback in this position. He's got to do something crazy like, yeah, just build a couple turrets and try to saturate the hell out of that second base and maybe try to catch up, right?
Yeah, that's really his only option. Try to, make the game last longer and hope Meow makes all the wrong decisions from this point forward.
But I don't disagree with this timing attack out of Meowkaiser here. He knows, he smells blood in the water. He knows he's been taking good engage after good engage. Comes in here, he's going to fight underneath the MGs, but I don't think it's going to be enough for Red Knight Gamer. And I think Meowkaiser is just kind of exponentially... Oh, I like his flag, by the way. I just noticed. A little happy face. Alright, so I think the semifinals are just best of 3. Yeah. Yep. So that's going to be it for that round. Let's take a look at how round 3 is doing and Miyamari versus DJ Soak. Looks like that is still going on. Oh, wait. Oh, we're holding their games. Okay.
Oh, wonderful.
So in that case, the other semifinal match hasn't happened yet, and we're about to hop into that right now.
Awesome.
Dope. Alright, Meowkaiser, Red Knight Gamer, you guys gotta hop out here. Good show, man. Meow looked really well. And Red Knight, I liked his strategy. He played well. He's a new player, so, I mean, to make it this far in the tournament, I mean, kudos to you for that, for sure, man. Alright, so thanks everybody for tuning in, guys. This is the Banner Bastion Festive Face-Off Tournament. We are in the semifinals right now. We just watched Meowkaiser versus Red Knight Gamer, where Meowkaiser took the win. Meowkaiser is now advancing to the Grand Finals, and Red Knight Gamer still has a chance to go for that bronze medal in the bronze match coming up after this. So we're going to do this semifinal, then we're going to hop into the bronze match, and then we're going to go to the Grand Finals. So... Dude, that happy face flag was amazing. I'm so glad we're going to stream this game, man. Because I was kind of disappointed. Like, I thought it was the right move to get in the other match, because we've been watching all of Mia's games, but...
Yeah.
Dude, Mia versus DJ, this is going to be a good one.
Are we going to see a mirror matchup? Oh, Fox! There it is. Holy moly.
Alright, spawning in the 3 o'clock position, we've got Miyamari. And in the 9 o'clock, we've got DJ Soap. Let's see what these players opt to do, if there's going to be any kind of crazy mole aggression in the early game. And Mia's base is a little bit of a double-edged sword, right? Like, she's got that nice natural expansion, but there's also that high ground all around it that DJ could abuse.
Yeah, luckily, looks like Mia doesn't have to deal with it for a while now, unless she does take it. But I think Mia will be smart enough to secure that high ground for that potential attack.
Yeah.
Oh, DJ going for some early aggression here. The cellular farm 2 Warren attack.
Interesting. With the lizards, with the squirrels instead of the lizards, nonetheless.
Yeah, you're right. You usually see this with lizards because the scrolls take so forever to get over there. Oh, okay. Smart mind games by DJ, selling them off and then going for 7 farms. But usually this is not a good thing to do if the opponent reacts by building their own warrens, because now you have no units coming out. Mia could potentially move across the map and take out a farm, maybe, if the squirrel doesn't come out in time, but it doesn't look like Mia's doing that.
Yeah, I think it was smart by DJ to throw that warren down and not queue that 8th farm, right, to prevent any kind of queuing with the units. Because if he would have went straight for 8 farm, I'd agree 100%, man. Because in that counterattack, with your opponent thinking the rush is coming, so they prepare. And we're gonna see that here, but DJ with the defender's advantage, he's got a few squirrels out. He should be fine, right?
Yeah, he ended up selling that 7th farm, and I guess sort of feeling what we were feeling, that he could be getting counterattacked right now. And then he put down a mole. So good response, seeing Mia coming in for that attack, and then she backed out. Well done.
And I love this play from Mia here as well, going for that really quick Falcon. It's going to be hard for DJ to scout that. He's going to come in for it right now. And he did not see it, actually. So
yeah, I wonder if he notices that the squirrels are now gone from Mia, so he may go in for an attack, because she sold the Squirrel Warren to put up that Falcon. But I think from this position, it's going to be tough for squirrels to push into it.
Right, and DJ, now, I'm a little worried about DJ, because he did invest in the campfire, so if Mia does a timing attack with those 2 Falcons, and DJ is aware of them now, he does get the scout off, but Mia could potentially come in here with a stronger army, you know, a lot of tier 1 up front, got the Falcons, got a couple Toads, and make a pretty good attack here.
I agree, as long as DJ, this could be tough if Mia decides to attack. He's now invested even more into another campfire, but hopefully his Warrens will do enough in terms of tanking if Mia does decide to attack. It looks like she's also deciding to grab her own Expo.
Yeah, so now once her territory stretches out, you're thinking she needs to throw a couple Warrens up on that high ground, kind of position her army up there, right? Because you can't let DJ take control of that.
I think since Mia has Falcons, it's not... actually, no, because Mia has Toads, she definitely wants to take command of that high ground, because then they won't have any effectiveness up there.
But great
They'll
mind
have to
game.
run all the way around.
Great mind game out of Mia, though. She lets DJ scout that she's going to expand, then cancels the expansion, throws down a couple more tier 1 Warrens. I think she's going for a 1 base all in. DJ's rescout, though, confirms it. So
this is something we sort of saw from the Mantis game, where instead of going for that Expo, Mia decides to go for just that 1 base play, and then let's see how DJ respond. He ended up getting another campfire down in the south, so if he ends up defending this, he's going to be in very far ahead in eco, and considering his Warren placement and how tanky Warrens are, maybe he can defend it.
Yeah, 3 campfires is a big investment, though. We'll have to see. These Toad connections, not bad. And, ooh, DJ doing a good job targeting down those Falcons, and he's going to defend this attack, which is going to put him in a phenomenal spot with the 3 campfires on the back end, and Mia knows it and taps out immediately. Damn, man, that was such a good game. Like, oh my god, I love really high-level play. I love watching DJ play, because, I mean, how many fake-outs were in that game, Ultima?
Yeah, the mind games in that game was great. Fake out at the beginning, Mia's fake out when she went for the Expo, but not really. DJ had some great Toad connections there, and also had additional squirrels to sort of supplement the lack of Falcons. So he ended up just winning out because of his superior T1 army.
Yeah, that was a great match. So we'll have to see Mia going for that mine play, the mine audible here. But let's go. Spawning in the 9 o'clock position, up 1 game, we've got DJ Soap. And in the 1 o'clock, we've got Mia Amari. So if DJ's on match point here, if he wins this, he's going to go into the grand finals of this tournament. So if I'm DJ...
Well deserved, he's playing really well. Seems like Mia has been doing this in all her matches. She adds the lizards on in the first game, and the second game rolls around, adds the mines. So if she ends up making it to grands, any other players watching, keep that in mind.
DJ did a little bit of mind game here, sold off his farm, went for the 4 farm, single Warren, a couple moles to reinforce, but this is a really obvious mole play. I think he's just messing around. I don't know if he's going to commit to this. We'll have to see.
He also has a supplemental squirrel as well. So if he micros this well to maybe get a farm or even Mia's mole. Ooh, force that sell. Uh-oh.
Mole number 2. It looks like DJ's going for it.
Yeah, Mia's in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, I don't know about the second Warren out of Mia there. That probably should have been another mole. And here we go. DJ's got 2 moles, and he's got 3 squirrels coming in here. Gets a pig. Going for pig number 2. One of his moles goes down, but he's still got a pretty good army lead and decides to take it out from there. So, lost a couple moles, got a couple pigs. Overall, it should give him a slight edge.
Luckily, it wasn't too bad. Only lost 2 farms. DJ is ahead on 1. And Mia just ended up selling her. Now DJ's selling his and just deciding to eco up. Okay, smart move.
Yeah, I think DJ eked out just a small advantage on that first fight. I believe Mia lost 2 farms and a mole, while DJ lost 2 moles himself, so that should be about 60 food ahead. And yeah, smart move to go ahead and just eco up from this point for sure. And it's going to put Mia in a weird spot. I mean, she's got 2 Warrens. I'd like to maybe see her sell one unless she's planning on doing some kind of aggression here. Yeah, sells one to get her economy going herself, so we'll see how this evens out.
Yeah, I love how they're reacting to each other. DJ puts down the second Warren to go in for a final death blow, and then Mia puts down a Warren in response to that, but then DJ just ends up selling the second one and then going up on farms, and then Mia does the exact same thing. So really, they're smartly reacting to each other and doing what they need to do to stay ahead in this game, or just make sure they continually catching up to each other.
Yeah, and it's going to be rough for Mia, just map-wise, right? Like, she's got to go over and claim that 3 o'clock position, which is going to spread her a little thin here, you know, compared to DJ, who's got 2 bases, like, right up there. You know, he's got this one on this high ground, which is going to be great for him to claim and, you know, just control that high ground overall, and that'll make that second base behind it not so much of a big deal that it's on the low ground, you know, so it's gonna be rough, man. I mean, for Mia to get a second base here, she's gonna have to, yeah, go to the 3 o'clock. Decides to do it right now, which isn't a super crazy timing. You know, 310 expansion's not too crazy. Thinking about moving out.
I would not suggest that. I don't think she's really in a position to do any damage. Also, again, Mia has not scouted this random campfire in the south. I'd like to see better scouting from Mia. Yeah, it's just like one campfire and a little bit of the map you haven't scouted, but any information you can get from your opponents, as we've seen, is extremely important. She has no idea that DJ is on additional economy here, even if it is just a little bit, and that could help her make the right decisions. But she does not know that it's there.
Yeah, and it's so hard too, man, especially against high-level players, because you have to be scouting your opponent constantly, you know, so every now and then it can be difficult in a game to find that window where you can kind of run around the map and get the lay of the land, but it is incredibly important to do so. And here's Mia coming out with a couple toads and squirrels, but again, makes a smart decision and doesn't overcommit. You know, it's really stressful, man, because whoever wins that first big engagement is going to have the tempo, right? It's going to have the economic advantage, so
DJ's put his fox down and Mia scouts it. Well done.
This could be her window. I mean, that's a 360 food investment. DJ sells it off after it gets scouted. Very smart.
Ooh. Good play.
And just so much like faking out with these players is so cool to see. Oh no, and since... Oh my god, DJ! Because look what happened. Mia took Uncle Butters in response to the fox, right? But
I think Mia realizes now that DJ sold off, now seeing those lizards, and she's gonna have to mount a defense here. She might end up just selling that boar in response to this. No, she's just gonna try to hold out, but it's gonna be tough.
Here we go. It's gonna come down to toe connections. DJ just getting all over Mia's base immediately. Get some great connections. A lot of his lizards die, but
he thinks Mia's is on one base when she's not. This was an all-in from DJ to take out Mia's base, but he lost all his units in turn, and now...
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's not aware of that base at all on the right. Isn't even scouted that way. Yeah, guys, and scouting is so important. Just fill out that map. Remove all that fog away.
Yeah, I agree 100%. But it's hard in the high-level games, man, because if you miss out on some mind game your opponent put on you because you went to go scout the map, it can be very devastating. And I even like Mia kind of taking a couple farms on that expansion, and man, I think you're right. Like, I really thought DJ was going to run over Mia that fight, but good toe connections, good defender's advantage, and she took it, and I think she's in a decent spot this game.
Definitely. And you're right about even scouting takes part of your time, and I think Chip is a player that really takes advantage of your scouting. If you make the wrong move and go the wrong direction, he's going to come poke at you with lizards or take out a Warren here and there, and it can frustrate some players.
Yeah, so DJ did eventually get that scout off, decides to take his own expansion in response, but man, I don't even know what's going on in this game anymore, Ultima.
Whoa, what's up? What'd you say?
I said I don't even know what's going on in this game anymore, man. This is crazy. Mia's got the lead.
The game has sort of been reset.
Yeah,
Although DJ did take out 2 or 3 farms in that engagement, so he's going to be ahead in... Actually, no, considering that Mia had that expo to the right, she didn't lose out too much in terms of eco.
Yeah.
So they're pretty equal here. It's whoever makes the next mistake.
Yeah, now they're finally starting to be able to kind of get a couple of their tier 2 units into these compositions, and I like this like saturation speed from Mia, you know, kind of taking her time, not oversaturating that second base, and giving DJ any kind of window, you know, where she invested a lot in economy to come in.
Yeah, any bit of food is important here. One warren of squirrels could make the whole difference. And wow, look at this nice formation from Mia's army. The squirrels surrounding the toads surrounding the squirrels. That was neat.
Those toads are ready to defend those squirrels with their lives, my man. And man, we're getting to a proper mid-game to late-game situation here. We might see a third base this game, Ultima.
Yeah, we probably will. I like what we're seeing here. Oh, okay. Mia's going in for an attack here. This is pretty smart. Saw that DJ added on more farms in response to her own. Now she's seeing if she can take advantage of this.
I would love to see Mia just kind of sneak a mine or two right out in the middle of the field, you know, because DJ's not even aware she has mines.
Yeah, that could be a big difference maker. In just a random engagement somewhere. Pull your squirrels in, a big explosion, and then the whole tide of the fight has been turned. But she placed down a boar. Let's see if DJ's going to come in and see it. Oh, he was just wanting to scout the farms. Wow. So he doesn't even see the boar.
Yeah, that boar's going to be a pretty big deal in the next engagement if she can manage to get it out, because these are some very tier 1 heavy armies, which the boar obviously is very good at dealing with, so...
You know, I'd like to think that Mia put the boar in that position knowing that DJ only cares about scouting the farms, but I think he's going to go for a full scout this time around.
She's trying to...
Yeah, look at that full scout. Nice.
Yeah,
she sees the tier 3.
He was trying really hard to position her army in a way to prevent the scout from DJ, but if I was Mia, I wouldn't be so worried about selling it at this point, right? Like, I would commit to that boar, and it looks like she's going to. The boar is already cooking. It's on the way, and that's probably going to be her trigger to move out.
On look at that, DJ adding on more falcons. I wonder if he knows how Mia plays and knows that he's got to add on more falcons rather than getting more tier 1. So this is a smart play from him.
Yeah.
If he gets enough falcon numbers out, I think he's going to do a ton of damage to Mia's army.
8 falcons is quite a few, but if
8 now.
Mia is going to move out with this boar, they're not going to have time to get out. So it's really going to depend if Mia takes the fight right here, right now. Nice little falcon micro coming out of DJ and just harass the main base of Mia.
Yeah, Mia has not bothered grabbing that 7th or 8th farm on her expo, so it does look like Mia's just going to try to go for an all-in attack here with that boar timing. But again, there's about to be 5, 6 falcons on the field. I don't know if Mia can take on that many falcons, but we'll see.
DJ's out of position with his army, though. Looks like he might be going for a base race.
Oh.
Look at that concave surrounding Mia's army. His Uncle Butter's gonna be enough. A lot of those falcons did get out in time. Damn.
What do you know? Yeah, the falcons ended up securing the fight for Mia. I think she'd be good to sell off that boar and add on more falcons of her own. Yeah, smart move.
Yeah, 12. You gotta be careful when you get up to numbers like 12 toads as well, right? Because imagine if DJ's toads, you know, a couple of his toads explode and take out a huge group of Mias, you know?
And as you mentioned, that was a great concave from DJ. I wonder if he set up that way. There was falcons on the left, the right, and in front of Mia's army, as well as a full surround by the squirrels. So it was wonderful.
Yeah, it was hard to tell
positioning.
if that was intentional. I believe it could have been, because DJ started moving out towards Mia's base, but it might have just been to get that wraparound, which was very well done. Damn, man. 11-minute, 30-second game. This is the longest of the tournament, at least we've casted so far. Very evenly matched. This is what I was kind of talking about earlier, where, you know, a game like Tooth and Tail is a lot like tennis, right? Like, if I'm better than you, I'm going to beat you pretty hardcore, but if we're we're pretty even, man. We could volley back and forth, you know, toe to toe for a long time. If Mia can catch these Falcons out of position, that would be huge.
Even one pickup is important. Very nice.
Is she gonna take
Falcons
the engagement?
are on the front line now.
Oh man. DJ's superior economy just giving him the edge in that fight, and that's gonna be it. DJ is gonna move into the grand finals. Great match, for sure.
Yeah, as you were saying before, as soon as you got two players that know how to play each other, know what to look for in terms of scouting, and react appropriately, that's what we see. Players selling things, players repositioning things, going in for the attacks when they think they're ahead, even by a little bit. It's Tooth and Tail's a great game, man.
Oh yeah. Hang on, guys, just a little bit of coordination with Banner Bastion real quick.
Congrats from DJ, well-deserved win.
Okay, so we're actually going to hop into the grand finals next, and then we'll do the bronze match after. I need to take like a 1 minute. Okay, so yeah, we're going to... So grand finals, that's going to be Meowkaiser versus DJ. So we're going to hop into that game next. Don't go anywhere, guys. Just a really quick break for just a few minutes here. We'll be back with the grand finals.
See ya.
Alright, sorry about that, everybody. Just needed a real quick break. We are back. Are you there, Ultima?
Always.
Right on, right on. Okay, cool. So we're going to be hopping into the grand finals next. Which is going to be Meowkaiser and DJ Soak. So... Great games today, man. I've been digging it. Alright, just making sure we're Bastion, that's what's going on here.
Mia is currently taking up the spot.
Oh, Mia. Okay, let me make sure that we're streaming the bronze. Okay, yeah, so we are. Okay, so we have 2 best of 5s left, guys. This is the grand finals of the tournament. It's going to be DJ Soak versus Meowkaiser. Get into it right now. And then after this, we're going to go into the bronze match, which is Mia Mari versus Red Knight Gamer. Here we go. Little big lag coming into it, no big deal, should clear up. Spawning in the 2 o'clock position, we've got DJ Soak. And in the 9 o'clock, his opponent, Meowkaiser. Alright, pretty bread and butter builds, right? Almost mirror. I mean, what are the differences? Looks like a lizard, chameleon, you know, but both players are running for the fox. Both have the mole and a couple tier 1 options, so nothing too crazy.
And normally we see these campfires on the edges of the map or next to other players' bases, but here, where we see them right down the middle, so these will probably be hotly contested. Yeah. I think DJ might opt for more lizards at some point to try to run around and poke at these if Meow decides to take a few of them.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, man. And I love those kind of sneaky campfire plays. You know, we're not going to see that here. If somebody takes a campfire, it's going to be out in the middle of the map. It's going to be aggressive, so. DJ opting for that 4-farm double Warren, but again, going for the squirrels and not the lizards with this build.
Yeah, and he doesn't have anything to scout high ground, so I think he just does this to get a response out of the opponent. Yeah, you see he sells one, and then he's going to keep one just as a defensive precaution. So now he's going up to 8 farms while his opponent's like, oh, I got to defend against an attack.
Yeah.
But hopefully Meow, this is essentially what we saw last game.
Yeah, just a little bit of trickery up front to kind of force a not so optimal build out of your opponent. And yeah, Meow Kaiser's got a couple extra squirrels on DJ right now, but the defender's advantage and some good micro would be enough for DJ to hold this attack in theory. So Meow Kaiser is committing to it. We'll have to see if he changes his mind or if he goes for it here. I would not advise it, but let's see. Trying to find a nice position to poke in, and yeah, at this point DJ's got quite a few of his own squirrels. Gets a couple pickoffs, and Meow Kaiser's got to back up.
Yeah, I think if he went in a bit earlier and he was really lucky, he could have maybe picked off that corner farm if that pig was in a great spot. But like where it is now, but we didn't see that. I think the pig was sort of tempting Meow a little bit, and he went in, lost 2 squirrels.
Yeah, and little, I mean, it might not seem like it that much, guys, but little advantages like that in high-level play is really what it's all about, you know? That it's 40 food right now, but the next engagement, it might become 80 food, then 120 food, you know?
Yeah, it adds up.
So DJ taking 2 campfires over Meow Kaiser's 1, and Meow Kaiser going for this chameleon build. It's pretty popular. You know, you could get some pretty fast chameleons out, and you move out for a timing attack, get them to tank the front line, and you gotta be careful though, man. I mean, a lot of tier 1 is better than it sounds on paper, so DJ, with quite a few lizards, it's gonna come up to Meow Kaiser's Toad micro here, if he does decide to push out.
Yeah, DJ has not seen the toads yet, so he's added on a whole bunch of lizards, hoping Meow just didn't run them. But hopefully Meow adds on 1 or 2 more, and then the lizards will pretty much be null, unless DJ can micro-wound them really well.
Yeah, big shout out to Red Knight Gamer for sure, man. Getting this far in the tournament, being a new player is really impressive, but here we go, the big engagement going down, and looking so far like Meow Kaiser's taking a pretty nice push here. You know, this chameleon's really soaking up a lot on that front line, and this is kind of that timing window I was talking about, man. You get a couple fast tier 2, they can really make a difference in a fight, and now he's pressuring to get this campfire. I think he's gonna be able to get it.
You know what the problem is? That DJ decided not to go for any toads, even though he knew Meow was going for a chameleon, so he lost out on that DPS, which would have killed the chameleons.
Yeah. Yeah, it might not be, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a favorable engage, you know, to blow up toads on chameleons, but if you can just kind of snipe those down at the beginning of the fight, it makes a huge, huge difference in the overall outcome, you know?
Absolutely, and Meow's feeling himself here. He's thinking he can just end the fight right now, but I think he's just take his win there and go back and eco up. But he looks like he's looking to just go in and end the fight, but this is a lot of Warrens and a lot of units sitting on them, so this is a bit dangerous.
Yeah, he's thinking the chameleon advantage is going to be enough. We'll have to see. Here he goes for the big engagement. He's still got toads. He needs to get some really good connections. They kind of subpar connections, to be honest. I think some of those toads went off on the Warrens. But the chameleon's still alive on the front, tanking a lot of damage. And it looks like Meow Kaiser is going to be able to do it here. Ooh, it's so close. TJ is going to hold, but he took some pretty decent damage. He lost some Warrens. He lost a couple farms, right? So
I think the great thing for DJ is that he did keep a lot of his units, even though he lost his Warrens. So he's okay in army, so he's not going to die yet, so he can defend well. And Meow's not sitting on an expo yet, so they're both sort of reset right now, surprisingly.
Yeah, and I feel like, you know, not picking on Meow Kaiser too much. Well, it's the grand finals of a tournament, so I could be critical, right? But, you know, his toads, like a couple of them went off on the Warrens, man. And if he would have microed those just slightly better and got a little bit better toad engagement on DJ's squirrels, I think he could have won the game there. here we go, round number 2. Let's watch the toad engagements. That's what this is really going to come down to. And again, man, those toads went off on the Warrens. That is not what you need in this situation. You got to really micro those things. But it looks like it's going to be enough anyways. Those chameleons, man, they are very tanky on the front lines. He can't commit to winning, but he is going to get a lot of the gristmills. Or not the gristmills, the Warrens, I'm sorry.
I'm wondering if it would have been better if he would have just stayed on the front line and killed the Warrens and then the army, but I guess it ended up working out in the end because, man, you can really see the importance of toads in this game against chameleons. Right now, they're just staying alive for so long. The squirrels don't DPS nearly enough at this point in the game.
Yeah, nice little chameleon micro over here. DJ responds just in time to save that campfire, which he desperately needs at this point. He's only got 2 mining farms on top of it, but Meowkaiser's economy is in the dumps as well, so this last big engagement's really going to make the difference in this fight, and you can see those little advantages Meowkaiser's been taking in these fights has basically netted him a couple chameleons up on DJ, and decides to move out with just 1 chameleon, but again, man, the tankiness of that unit on the front is going to be enough, and Meowkaiser's going to go up 1 game in the grand finals here. You're gonna have to keep track of what game we're on and what the score is, Ultima. I'm so bad about that stuff. Don't let me make a mistake, man.
Here you go. I'll bring up the budget notepad.
Yeah. I'm giving out all kinds of mods today. Premium bow.
Yeah, in that last game, I think DJ just made the wrong read in getting lizards over toads, and the toads of Meow and the chameleons just outbursted whatever the lizard's output.
All right, spawning in the 3 o'clock position, we've got Meowkaiser. And in the 9 o'clock, we've got DJ Soak.
Yeah, I bet DJ won't make that same mistake. He'll probably add on more toads than usual. Because I don't think I saw 1 toad warren for him that last game.
Both players running the fox here. That could get interesting. Let's see. I mean, it's really weird opening, to be honest, right? Like, it looks like kind of a gentleman's agreement here.
Seems so. DJ's going up to those 8. And then Meow's getting squirrels. I don't think they're going to be fast enough to get over there to do damage. DJ will probably have some army out before the squirrels can do anything. Oh, but Meow's just deciding to go up to 8 like DJ. Cool.
Yeah, that might be the best bet here. I mean, Meow's up a game, right? So doesn't want to do anything crazy. And I would have honestly expected a rush out of DJ this game, because I think if Meowkaiser wins this game, it would be a little too predictable that DJ might rush for that last, I think this might have been the match to kind of throw in that aggressive build, but players are thinking otherwise and decide for that gentleman's agreement 8 farm double warren opening. Let's see.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at some point if DJ does try to commit to an attack, but I think he realizes that Meow isn't someone to tread lightly on, so he's not going to disrespect him by trying to mull when Meow may very well react appropriately, and DJ will just lose outright.
Beautiful scout on Meow, too, seeing that pocket base from DJ right when he threw it down, so my question is DJ going to sell that off? It doesn't look like it. It looks like DJ wants to go for this very powerful macro play, which is hard to deal with, man. Against a player like DJ who's got good micro, if he decides, you know what, I want to take this to a mid-game, to a late-game situation, that's a force to be reckoned with, man.
And it looks like the only campfire in the map is in possession of Meow. And it's in a very defensible position, so he's gonna be pretty set for the next couple minutes.
Yeah, this map is actually surprisingly fair. Wouldn't you say so? I mean, Meowkaiser's got a little bit of a better position with that campfire, but both players have 2 expansions reasonably available to them, and then we have these kind of 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock bases they can fight over. So overall, pretty fair map. I mean, Meowkaiser gets the campfire, but that's about it.
Yeah, I think Meow is has a better stake in that northern base more than DJ, but you're right, this map is pretty even. at least in getting to the second and third base. And then once we get past that, if we do, a lot of these bases will be hotly contested.
Yeah, somebody in the chat was wondering why they can't sub. I am an affiliate or whatever. I just didn't set up donations and stuff. I mean, if I can, but I'm not really that interested in it, to be perfectly honest. Just hit that follow button and tune in, man. That's good enough for me. So, getting back to this game, though, Meowkaiser is going up to double Chameleon here, which is going to be pretty powerful. And we might see a little bit of a repeat of last game, kind of that strong Chameleon move out, but you know, Meowkaiser really needs to take at least a farm or two on that Gristmill he invested in, right?
That's usually, a good move to do that. That's something I sometimes do. I grab a 1 or 2 just as contingency, and I move out for an attack. And if looking at it now, you see the DJ finally has those toads. So I think if Meow did decide to attack here, it would have been ill-advised because DJ is ready for it this time, alongside some supplementary lizards as well.
Yeah, the moles kind of strike me as interesting. Like, you know, you want to make the moles when you're ready to move out, or ready to defend, right? So kind of floating them in your army is not the right thing to do, but maybe DJ's feeling like it's getting a little tense here. The battle is about to happen, and Meowkaiser keeps kind of positioning for it, so we could see it soon.
Oh, gosh.
Damn, man. So many toad engagements going off everywhere. Beautiful toad connections from DJ there, knocking out Chameleons and knocking out basically the entire Tier 1 army of Meowkaiser. DJ takes a pretty dominating engagement there.
Yeah. I guess Meow saw an opening with his Chameleon advantage, but then the toad explosions just obliterated most of the Chameleons immediately. I think Meow came away from that fight getting 2 Warrens.
Here we go, DJ following up. Again, gets some pretty good toad engagements here. Keeps his Falcon on the backside alive. Damn, that last toad engagement ultimate, jeez, man. Oof. So far, so good. I mean, he came in, he got economic damage done. It looks like Meowkaiser is going to be able to push this back with the defender's advantage, but you know, I'd say that fight with the DJ as well. He really wants to get that Falcon. Is it going to live? 1 HP?
Ooh, I don't think he's going to get it.
Oh, it stopped. Ah, there it goes.
Oh! Man, from this fight, you can really see the importance of Tier 2 and how they meld well with Tier 1. The toads are killing the chameleons, and if the chameleons survive, they're killing the squirrels. But then the T2 falcons are killing the chameleons.
Yeah.
But then if the other player has more squirrels, then the squirrels are killing those falcons. So I love seeing these micro moments and how these players are adding on specific units to try to just eke out these very small moments during fights.
Yeah, and unfortunately in that last fight, I felt like Meowkaiser chased a little too hard. Now, they're not in crazy different positions. I mean, DJ is slightly ahead, but not by a whole lot if you look at this army count here. He's the economy advantage for Meowkaiser is here. I mean, he saturated up his second base much faster than DJ has, and he also has that campfire kicking for him, so if DJ kind of waits around, there he goes, saturates his own base, but man, if only one of these guys had the balls to get a fox out, man. That would be so sweet to see. I like how these guys are including the fox, but it is really hard to get that tier 3 unit out, because if your opponent scouts it out, they normally have a pretty good timing attack window. The Meowkaiser just poking and prodding. I like this. I like him taking out that Warren. Good little play. Just run back, you know?
Yeah, DJ is pretty scared right now. He's pushed back all the way to the corner of the map. At some point, he will have to push out, take another expo. Same with Meow that is doing right now. I'd like to see Meow just take that he's in a pretty equal position as DJ and not make any foolish attacks right now.
Dude, these guys are surprisingly even matched. Like, I like how these games are kind of getting to these longer spots. Not because these players aren't being aggressive or anything like that. It's just because they keep bouncing off each other in relatively close terms, you know? I mean, yeah, DJ's eked out a little bit of an advantage throughout the game, but not a whole lot. And with Meowkaiser's superior economy, he's been able to catch up a bit, so.
Man, if you look at that army graph, they're exactly even right now. And
Damn.
gaining evenly, too.
That's insane. Yeah. So you could argue Meowkaiser's in the lead at this point then, because he's got the better economy. I don't think...
I can't really tell, but is that campfire done? The fire is sort of too bright, and I can't see if there's meat there.
Oh, yeah. No, that thing is done.
Okay.
So it must have just finished recently, though, because I checked on it like a minute or two ago, and it still had a little meat on it, so... Man, this is the scary part of the game, man. Like, when you get up to this death ball situation, because this next big engagement, you know, if you engage wrong, that's going to be it. It's really going to come down to these toad connections, the micro. You know, two big points of micro in this next fight are going to be the initial toad hits, and then the targeting of your opponent's falcons with your squirrels, right?
Correct.
And DJ very smartly is kind of getting this Warren front line. I'd like to see Meowkaiser do the same, just to soak up some damage. Like, yeah, those buildings are going to go down, but you know that could be toad connections that aren't on his army or things of that nature. So
I see moles being built by Meow and DJ, so we might be seeing something happen here.
Yeah, this is going to be it. Meowkaiser moving out. Let's see how these connections are. All the chameleons going down, but relatively even toad connections it looks like, but the added DPS that these Warrens are taking, I really think made a big difference in that fight. I mean, Meowkaiser's army took out, you know, 1 or 2 Warrens and injured another. That could have been damage on DJ's army, and I also think DJ got the better toad connections there, so he wins that pretty well.
Yeah, I think there was a moment in that fight where Meow was ahead in army for maybe a second or two, but those Warrens, as you said, did tank a little bit during that time, so DJ was able to edge out the attack on what mattered, units.
Right. And it's going to be rough. I mean, for Meowkaiser to get that economic advantage again, you have to go up and take either that 12 o'clock or 6 o'clock base, which is going to be very stressful. Like, I really hope we get to that phase of the game, because it's going to be so hard, man. Like, imagine if Meowkaiser took that 12 o'clock, you know, DJ would have to move up there and get out of position to deal with it, right?
Yeah, even for the southern position, too. I think right now, if either player leaves this position, it could open up an opportunity for either one. But yeah, well, actually, they're both even in farms right now. So, but I imagine one of them, actually, it would be smart right now just to even take it. So the other, if they end up like scouting the wrong direction and seeing a mill there, then they sort of wasted time and they need to go back to the other side.
Right.
So it might be smart to maybe take both of them just to force the other player to maybe make a move on one of them, because they'll need it at one point.
Yeah, no, that's actually a good point. If you could sneak both of them out, right, and just start warp traveling around, it could put you in a good spot, because...
Ooh.
Thought about it.
The chameleons almost aggroed into the army there. That could have been really bad.
Yeah, let's see. DJ's got 12 toads here, so... I mean, if you're Meowkaiser, do you almost just want to go up there and try to trigger the toads to blow up on your chameleons? Because that's probably what he wants. He doesn't want those toads to blow up on his squirrel count here.
He could potentially do some slight harass with the falcons, but it'd be dangerous at this point if you misclick something and end up bringing your entire army in. Same with the chameleon. Like, if they show themselves even for a second, I think they'll just get obliterated.
Yeah, DJ did sneak that 6 o'clock base. Meowkaiser flirting with an engagement. DJ takes it very commandingly, man. Just so many toads, and oh my god, he should be able to run over him with that fight. And, woo. Yeah, that puts us a 1-1 here in the finals. Yeah, somebody in the chat was asking, this is not the official Pocketwatch channel, guys. Check out, it's Twitch TV/Pocketwatch is the official devs. This channel is kind of like thumbs up by the developers. It's kind of like a community channel, thus the name ToothAndTailTV. So if anyone's curious, I have a lot of information about that in the community section under the page. But here we go. Spawning in, surprisingly, kind of the middle of the map is Meowkaiser. And in the 9 o'clock, we've got DJ Soak.
Okay, I like this choice from Meow, picking up the wolf instead of any aggressive tier 3, because we're seeing these players are going evenly matched. And if Meow can get that wolf out, he's going to be speeding up his production and everything, which will help Meow actually get ahead instead of just being even with DJ the entire time. So I think this is a great choice.
Yeah. If Meow can manage to sneak that Wolf out, that's going to help his army, not only his production, but just the strength of his army so much, man. And maybe that's the kind of play he's going to need. Uh-oh. Here we go. DJ Soak trying to take a quick win.
DJ was in a perfect position to do this too. Meow had such a long scout path, so I think DJ recognized this and is probably going to get this before the scroll comes out. Oh, we can't lose the scroll though. Oh, I think that may be the game, but considering moles are so weak, they die really fast, but I think the damage is done here. Oh, and losing that other mole too.
Yeah, smart by DJ to back out and then just sell these moles. He did crippling damage already, right? So doesn't need to overcommit and possibly lose that additional 120 food. And yeah, so comment more about that, Ultima. You were saying that worked out really well for DJ because Meow didn't quite get the scout off in time.
Yeah, the scout, if these trees were in here, I mean, that's a straight shot to DJ's base. But looking at, well, they're not trees, rocks, he had to go all the way around to the north side, then come back down to the south. And those extra 5 seconds added onto the scout timing just allowed DJ to get those moles out before Meow could even react.
Right. Man, that's why I'm a big fan of the turret. Like, I don't really use moles a lot myself. I probably should just to improve my competitive play, but turrets can typically deal with mole rushes fairly well if you scout it in time. And here we go. DJ feels like he smells blood in the water here. He thinks he can end the game. He's got a handful of lizards. He got a few moles to back him up. We'll see if Meowkaiser can muster up a defense in time. Good job targeting that mole out of DJ, and that's going to be it. DJ Soak is going to go up 2-1 in the grand finals against Meowkaiser. Did I say that right, Ultima? Is that where we're at?
Correct. 2-1 in DJ's favor.
Damn, dude. Hey, what's up, Pillow 8? Man, I'm Oprah today. I'm just giving out mods. You want to be a mod? You can be a mod. Drorenstein, thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate it. We're hopping into, what is this, match number 4, right?
Correct.
Of the grand finals here. DJ is up 2-1, so he's on match point. You know, smart, aggressive play out of DJ that last game, really taking advantage of Meow not scouting him in time, and really showing you that textbook mole rush. All right, here we go, guys. Spawning in the 3 o'clock position on match point is DJ Soak. And in the 9 o'clock, his opponent really needs to win this one to stay alive here in the grand finals. It's Meowkaiser. So yeah, I mean, Meowkaiser didn't quite get to go for this wolf strategy he had in mind last time, right? So it makes sense to me he'd pick it up again this game. Deflating the mod value. Hey man, I only gave away like 2 mods, so not a big deal. DJ Soak took a really early campfire. That's pretty crazy, Ultima.
Yeah, and Meow's getting his squirrels relatively early, so I think this will not pay for itself because the scroll's coming out now. If Meow scouts it, he could just send the scroll now if he wanted to, as soon as it comes out. Yeah. DJ doesn't have any defense yet. But come about 25 more seconds, he will. So let's see how Meow decides to react here.
I think it's a smart play by DJ to take that campfire so early because, you know, as long as he kind of skimps out on a farm, right? Like, he doesn't go straight up to 8 farms. It's not really that greedy. And he's going to have some units out to defend it and kind of just claim it really early in this game and put the pressure on Meowkaiser already, you know, to get something done. Because
this is a... Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was done. What are you going to say?
This is some great positioning from DJ. He now has the high ground, and then he can easily contest the 2 bases right outside Meowkaiser's. So this is a great aggressive play from DJ.
Yeah.
This is something we have not yet seen in the tournament, so it's great to see some territorial plays instead of just unit plays.
Yeah, and that's just got to stress you out so much if you're Meowkaiser, man. Like, DJ hasn't taken that 8th farm just yet, but he probably is about to right now. There he goes. So the pressure's on if you're Meowkaiser, man. DJ's got a better economy from you, and it's not like he took it late. He took it very, very early. So that's just going to add up more and more as we approach the mid-game.
Yeah, I like how you mentioned how this position from DJ is now weighing on the mind of Meow. Like, he's now thinking about, oh, great, now DJ has this middle ground, 3-tier high ground right outside 2 bases then to take. And, like, all these situations are going through Meow's mind while DJ's just sitting pretty on the high ground thinking, okay, great, I have a great position. Let's just stay here for a little bit and see what Meow does.
Yeah.
Right now, it's on Meow to make the move rather than DJ. At least for now.
Jed Erickson, how the hell did you just now follow me? That makes no sense. I am so confused. You're busted, man. Everyone's calling you out on the stream, dude.
Follow after mod.
Yo, he's blaming my bot. He thinks the bot is drunk, so we'll have to see. I wouldn't blame it. But DJ getting out the Chameleons versus Meowkaiser. I'm sorry, the Falcons versus Meowkaiser's double Chameleon play coming out here. I mean, if I was Meowkaiser, I probably would have taken that expansion, like, right above my base, right? Not the one that's forward, but the one that's kind of like, what is that, like 11 o'clock? Don't you think that's the move to make?
I think on his mind, he doesn't want DJ to get sitting pretty up here. He wants to just try to break it so DJ doesn't have map advantage. Yeah. But he ended up selling that second Chameleon, so they'll be coming out slower. And now he really needs to wait on those Toads first, since he just built them. I think if he attacks in the next 20 to 30 seconds, he's in a good spot. Because as soon as the Falcons come out, he's going to be in trouble.
Here he goes. He's hitting his timing now. Unfortunately, his commander goes down, so he's not going to be able to micro his army at all anymore. Oh, that is not good for Meowkaiser here. And DJ is going to be able to clean this up pretty handedly. Oh, that always feels the worst when that happens, man.
Yeah, when you're going for these somewhat early attacks with large armies, sometimes players forget when they're so used to the last game that, oh, my commander's not as strong as he was, so they end up losing them. It's always something to keep in mind. And I think, man, he probably had the objective of wanting to kill some Warrens there, but since his commander wasn't there, he wasn't focus firing properly, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I'm not so sure.
Oh.
Ooh.
And he was lacking high ground vision as well. I didn't realize he didn't have any Falcons there, so probably not all his units were attacking even.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Little flank attack out of DJ. He's flirting with it. He's going to come around. See if it works. Should be able to attack a pig. Gets one. Only loses a lizard, so that was very successful. Yeah, and Meowkaiser, man, like, I think the problem was DJ got that campfire so early that attack window really wasn't there. And Meowkaiser are going to come in again, but again, man, DJ's got so many Warrens here to help tank. That Defender's Advantage is going to help him out tremendously, and he's going to win that fight very well. Meowkaiser knows the writing's on the walls and taps out. And that's it for the Grand Finals, guys. DJ Soak is crowned the winner of Banner Bastion's Festive Face-Off tournament here, and Meowkaiser coming in second place. So, looks like we're not done yet, guys. We have the bronze match that we're going to be going into next, so congrats DJ for winning, man. Good job, good play.
Congrats to DJ. Well fought.
So let's get this bronze match organized. Man, good stuff, dude. Some great matches today. Let me see if we're...
Yeah, you hit the nail right on the head with Meow being pressured by that high ground of DJ. He just felt like he needed to take out that high ground. And I don't even think it was that too big of a deal. He could have gotten that 11 o'clock, as you said, and then maybe even snuck that northern one and then worked out from there. But yeah, a little too aggressive. But I saw where his head was at. Unfortunate that his commander died.
Yeah, the
good
commander,
plays from each side altogether.
Because that commander, like you're kind of mentioning, not only that was obviously you need your commander for the micro, but you need your commander too for that vision. His commander was the reason his commander was taking so much damage, guys. Was his commander was what was up there, you know, on the highest point, granting vision for his other units. Dude, what do you talk about, Meowkaiser? You did awesome, man. Congratulations, dude. Taking second place is a pretty big deal. So. Good job to Meowkaiser coming in second. Good job to DJ Soak winning the tournament. We're going to go into the bronze match against Miyamari and Red Knight Gamer. Another best of 5 here to close out the day.
Do you expect to see some? Usually in these bronze matches, they tend to be less stakes. Do you expect to see some really cheesy stuff going on, or do you think these players are fighting for that those worthless internet points?
We might see a mixture of both. I mean, I correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Red Knight Gamer is Chip's buddy, so he's probably trained under Chip a little bit. He's very new. I think he mentioned he's only had the game for like a week or something. So, what I would really like to see out of these bronze matches is more tier 3 play. I think all we've seen today was that one Uncle Butter out of Mia that didn't, it got some stuff done, but DJ took that engagement so well with the concave. Yeah, that's what I hope, man. In these games, I want to see some tier 3 action.
Yeah, it seems like we've merged into a bit of a tournament metagame as we usually see. Got those tier 1s and then supplemented with Falcons and Chameleons. Not once this tournament did we see Ferrets, which is amazing to me because usually Ferrets are a very popular pick.
Yeah, it's unusual, and don't think, if you're watching this and maybe you're a new player, these are the only viable builds, guys. I've seen people use a lot of variety in other tournaments. People still use the Ferrets, just not these players in particular. I mean, they're kind of a high-risk, high-reward unit, right? But here we go. Oh, help if my controller was active. All right, spawning in the 6 o'clock on this huge map, we've got Mia Amari. And in the 12 o'clock, we've got Red Knight Gamer. Man, this map is enormous!
Ton of trees too.
Lots of little choke points and whatnot. Let me see. Mia doesn't really have a great second base. Wow, yeah, if you look at this map, it looks pretty clearly favored to Red Knight Gamer, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. All really Mia has in her corner is the campfire there. And the only way out of her base is through multiple choke points up north. Yeah, if Red Knight plays this right and gets, pretty much any forward exfil here, he can take control of the entire map.
Yeah, but we have seen Mia kind of favoring that one base all-in playstyle anyways, right? And she does have the campfire available to her, but, at the same time, Mia understands the concepts of containment and map control and muscling for map position, so it's not impossible for Mia to get out of this. She could take that base a little northwest of hers, for example, and start setting up shop up there. So I'm not too worried about her just yet. We'll have to see, like, a kind of a gentleman's agreement game going on here, which makes sense for the size of this map, Red Knight Gamer building two Warrens instead of opting for his 8th farm immediately. And to be honest, it's not a big deal, but that could make a little bit of a difference, right? Mia's going to have that economy boost just slightly, and those earlier units out of Red Knight Gamer shouldn't matter too much.
Yeah, and especially on maps this big, it's usually okay to go for that 8th farm earlier than you usually would have, because that trek across the entire map, especially through water and all this other junk, leaves you pretty safe and able to go that extra greed if you wanted to.
Yeah, well, if there's ever a map that we could see some dope-ass tier 3 play, ultimately this one, right?
Definitely. Although with that wolf from Red Knight, I think if it does come to that, he's gonna, if the game goes long enough, that is, he's gonna have a really great advantage in pumping out those farms and all those units.
Yeah, I would kind of favor the wolf over the Uncle Butters for sure, but interesting that Mia, that's definitely Mia's tier 3 of choice, right? Every game that she runs a tier 3, it is that Uncle Butters, so maybe it's just the fact that we're in such a heavy tier 1 meta right now, Like, what do you think the decision-making is behind that? Getting the Falcons there. So, both these players are going to rush up to tier 2 here pretty shortly.
Yeah, I fully expect Mia to make a move very soon. Ooh, actually grabbing that boar relatively early. I guess instead of trying to fight Red Knight in the open field, he's going to try to just get that boar down, then fight. Which, considering Red Knight is getting expos right now, I think she'll have an opportunity if he doesn't react to it.
Yeah, great idea. Interesting to see the tier 3 being part of that one base all in, you know, but if she can pull it off, wait for the board perhaps and go for the attack, and I like this idea, taking all those campfires too. We'll see, Red Knight Gamer making a move here. I like his position. He was a little bit scared up front on that engagement, but yeah, his army is much bigger right now because Mia is going for that boar on top of all the campfires, so.
Yeah, that's very interesting. When Red Knight actually made that rally, he was in the base of Mia's. So he had, I don't think he had any idea what Mia was doing in the middle of the map. So I think it just ended up working out that way.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. He's got to be careful. He doesn't want to overextend here. Mia does have the defender's advantage and is going to take a favorable engagement here.
Oh, no.
She can't lose those Falcons. Loses one. Yeah, that's one of the other nuances of Tooth and Tail that can be really difficult, man, is when you win a big fight, you gotta be careful to not always move in on your opponent, right? Because defender's advantage is pretty strong, re-rallying, getting tanking from those war ends and things of that nature, so. This scrappy fight looks like it's gonna end up in Red Knight Gamer's favor, however.
Yeah, Red Knight came ahead really far there. He had army and eco, but then he went up and rallied all his units and they started getting picked off from the high ground. But then Mia came in and sort of did the same thing, but I think Mia did come out a little bit ahead in terms of trade, but she really didn't need to lose her Falcons there.
Yeah, I'm now kind of getting scared for her a little bit. I mean, she's got the 2 campfires, which is good, but this is the point in the game now where Red Knight Gamer having that second base is no longer a risk, and now it's paying off for him, right? And he's going to start getting ahead if Mia can't manage to take a gristmill of her own here shortly.
Yeah, I think if anything, the fact that they were trading on such low economy, the fact that they came out equal is great for Red Knight because at least he has farms to reinforce while Mia did not.
Yeah. And Mia's got a better army right now with the 4 Falcons, but I'd like to see her just muscle for position. Yeah, take that gristmill would be a very smart idea, but really has to control it. Like it's more risky than taking the one behind it, but if you can secure that one behind you is basically yours for free later, right? Picks off a couple pigs with the Falcons, backs out.
Oh no.
This could be a good engagement for Mia since she had the concave. Those Falcons are not getting targeted down and stay alive, and yeah, she baited Red Knight to go into that little choke point, right?
Yeah.
She got that concave on him and took a very, very favorable engagement. She gets that second base out of Red Knight. That could be the nail in the coffin here.
Yeah, right now, no Falcons are coming out for Red Knight, and that's an issue. Yeah, that's the game.
All right, so that was the first match, right?
Correct.
Okay, so Mia's gonna go up 1-0 in the bronze match, and big shout out to DJ Soak, everybody, for winning the grand finals. Meow Kaiser coming in second. And we've got Red Knight Gamer and Mia Mari here fighting for that 3rd place position. Wow, DJ thinks the Fox is the best tier 3 right now. Interesting. Hey, I've had a lot of success with the Fox, man. I've played with the Fox throughout all phases of Tooth and Tail post-release, you know? I feel like it's in a good spot right now. I mean, it's still a high-risk, high-reward unit. If you're going to rush a quick one and you lose it, which is really easy to do, then you're basically boned. But here we go, man. Hopping into match number 2 of the losers finals, I guess we could call it the bronze match. We've got Mia Mari in the 6 o'clock position, and in the 2 o'clock position, we've got Red Knight Gamer.
What's great about Fox is that it's not really a committal unit compared to the other tier 3s. You can poke with the Fox and do damage without committing any other army units to the fight. And she pays for herself just after a few pickoffs.
Yeah.
While if you choose to go with any other tier 3, I guess other than the Wolf, which takes time to get started, then you sort of just have to commit usually with a fight. Especially in the case of Bourne is slow moving, and in the case of Owl, where even that takes a while to get started.
Yeah, the Boar seems to me like this unit where once you build it, you need to move out, right? Where the Fox exactly like you're putting it, man, is non-committal. You can run in there and poke and prod, but it's so easy to lose a fox too if you're not careful. If your opponent has like a wolf out, buffing movement speed on things, or maybe some air balloons, or just 2 mines will take out a fox. So there are ways to deal with it. But if you're a competent player microing a fox, it can be very difficult for your opponent. And so far, nothing too crazy. Red Knight Gamer going for that really fast campfire, and if Mia doesn't sniff that out, which actually Mia's already noticed that campfire's been taken, builds just a couple lizards and try to take it out. I like this idea in theory, but Red Knight's got a squirrel. She needs to be careful of not diving too hard into this big line. Yeah, that's gonna give Red Knight a good chance to turn this into a proper series, though. Ultimately, he's got a nice lead this game.
Yeah, especially since Mia lost 4 or 5 lizards there. She could have taken the campfire and just got out with maybe just losing 1 lizard, but choosing to overcommit into the pigs themselves and lost all her lizards.
Yeah,
bit of a mistake.
I liked it in theory, but that campfire, if that campfire was just a little bit further away from Red Knight Gamer's main base, I think it would have been a good play. But very risky, and Red Knight going for that fast chameleon, so Mia is wanting to turn on the aggression here. Has a little bit of a window, but needs a slightly bigger army, and I'd almost like to see her just kind of concede to take this game a little longer and take that campfire of her own, and there she goes. See if she's able to get something here. Hopper is not at home, so can't micro at this time. Gets back in time, but snipes a pig, and I don't think he even lost a lizard there. Man, Red Knight Gamer going up to 2 chameleon warrants here.
I think we should expect Red Knight to go up to some toads at some point. Wow, Mia going up to 18 lizards. We haven't seen this at all. Usually the squirrels are the main bulk unit, but now we're seeing the lizards.
Yeah.
Ooh, and just trying to outmaneuver here. I like this.
Yeah, and I'd like to see her maybe even pounce on an open field engagement with all those lizards. And Red Knight Gamer's finally getting the memo and adding a couple toads to his army, which are going to help him out tremendously. And I really like Red Knight's position here, man. If he can just kind of hold on and get out these strong tier 2, get this army composition together he wants, he'll be in good shape. But smart choice from Mia to go ahead and take a second base as well. So.
See, since Red Knight Gamer doesn't have any other quick units to respond to Mia, he's sort of on the defensive this entire time. He needs to keep units in certain places to just predetermine where the lizards are going, and if he decides to chase, then he's out of position. If Mia decides to just wrap around, if Red Knight's army is ever caught out of position in the middle of the map, Mia could just take out his main just like that.
Yeah,
so, Red Knight's in a very scary spot.
Yeah, I'd almost like to see him kind of keep his units a little close to this tree or something. It's going to be hard for him to take a gristmill, and damn, man, Mia going up to 30 lizards. Toads are pretty good against lizards, but 3 versus 30, I don't know about that, Ultima.
Yeah, this is really smart. She's taking gristmills because she's trying to force... Ooh, and his Red Knight's commander died there. If he doesn't react fast enough, there could be some damage done. No. But yeah, I really like that Mia's taking these random gristmills around the map to try to force Red Knight to go out of position to try to kill one. And then what she's going to do, she's just going to wrap around, potentially, like she's doing now. Red Knight cannot catch up to this army. Look at this. Maybe a dead main base.
Yeah, I'd like to see her just target this gristmill down, take advantage of the speed of the lizards. Oh my god. Now she just needs a campfire and she wins the game.
Yeah, I think that's game right there.
Yeah, Meowkaiser called it in chat, man. She's setting up a base race with all those lizards and executed it perfectly, man. Kind of baited her opponent's army out to the middle of the map, maneuvered around it and just, sealed the deal. Fantastic strategy coming out of Mia there.
Was that the first or...
That was the second game.
That was the second game?
So Mia's
So it's
up.
1-1, right?
No, Mia won both those, so it's 2-0.
Oh, yeah? 2-0. Okay, cool. That was wonderful. That's something I really enjoy doing, just grabbing a whole bunch of lizards and just scaring the guy into trying to do something, and then you just end up wrapping around, and then boom, base race. Wonderful.
Yeah,
Very good play.
That was really cool, man. I enjoyed it. So This could be the last match of the game, guys. Mia Mari versus Red Knight here. We'll have to see if Red Knight can put a point up on the board or if Mia's going to seal the deal here. Let me make sure these players are aware it is a best of 5. Another one of them queuing up.
I think Red Knight's main response to that should have been to make more toads and just sit it in the most optimal position and not micro them anywhere. And just sort of been more defensive in where he was going. Instead of trying to like move his slow moving army through the middle of the map and all over the place.
Yeah, that was
just played right into Mia's hands.
It was rough because he didn't have anything like mines or barbed wire to try to buffer for him, you know. And with that gristmill, it was going to be hard for him because they're so spread out on the map. Okay, here we go. Hopping into game number 3 here.
That's 2-0. Nice meme.
Yeah, it's 2-0 right now in Mia's favor, so if she takes this map, that's going to be it. She's going to secure 3rd place, so let's see if Red Knight Gamer get a point up on the board here. Let's do this, man. Spotting in the 5 o'clock position, we've got Mia Mari. And in the 12 o'clock, we've got Red Knight Gamer. Man, what a crazy map. Look at all this water. Like, Mia's got the campfire. Wow. Mia's got this nice little pocket base to her left a little bit. I feel bad for Red Knight. This map is not optimal for him. I wonder if he's going to go for a mole, and sure enough he does. Let's see if Mia scouts it out. She does see it.
The mole's really far away. I'm wondering if he should move it to go kill it, but I don't think he has enough time for that. Can one mole take out a pig? No. Oh, he sells it before he dies. That's good.
Yeah. Nice try on Red Knight. And I don't blame him for going for something crazy here, but you know, Mia's got a lot of practice in that mole style early game and was able to handle it pretty effectively there. So, good response for Mia going straight up to 8 farms after this, right? And again, Red Knight, I mean, he's a newer player.
No way Red Knight's marching across the map and doing anything aggressive for a while. So, 8 farms, very smart.
Yeah, and I would like to see Red Knight sell off one of those Warrens, man, to get his last farms going a little earlier, but not the biggest deal in the world. But I think he's playing phenomenally, man. I think he said he's had this game for like a week. He was able to make it to 3rd or 4th place in the tournament. Not so bad. Nice 9 game out of Mia. Selling that campfire. Building up a lot of tier 1 here. This is that play that Mia's kind of known for, man. She's really good at handling her toads and getting the right mix of squirrel, toad, lizard, and pushing in and punishing you for anything greedy.
What Red Knight has going for him is that he's in a fairly good defensible position, and there's not much chance that he'll go for any eco right now. So I doubt Mia will actually try to attack here, unless she's just that confident right now. Because if she doesn't think that Red Knight has any options for eco, then there's really no advantage to take in terms of army. It looks like Red Knight's going to try his own thing right now.
Yeah, he was trying to do a sneaky flank attack here. Got scouted by Mia at the last minute. He still does have the moles on the front line. It takes the brunt of the toads from Mia, but is it going to be enough with Mia's defender's advantage? I don't think so, man. And now Mia's just in a commanding lead, especially with that campfire.
Yeah, I think we've seen time and time again that attacking into these Warren lines just doesn't work out for the attacking player.
Yeah, you feel like you're in a really weird spot when you identify your opponent has a campfire, but there's a big difference between having a campfire that's randomly on the map versus having a campfire that's got Warrens and stuff around it, you know? You can't really just attack into that and punish your opponent. Let's see, I wonder what Red Knight's thinking. He's going for that 4 chameleon opening again. We'll see if he kind of waits to move out there, but I wouldn't mind to see him just try to take an expansion, and that's not always the worst idea, you know, if your opponent's got a campfire like Mia did in this game, you know, just take an expansion, man. Take a couple farms on it, let the game go a little longer. You know, we've really seen that today more than anything else, Ultima. These, like, campfires that have all the warrens around them, you know?
Yeah, it really makes for a scary positioning, as we saw in that Grand Finals match, I believe.
Yeah, with DJ and Meowkaiser.
Exactly. Like, you can really pressure others to try to go attack it and take it out. And maybe it gives a false sense of, okay, he has all these warrens in the middle of the map, maybe I can just kill them. But in these cases, that's not how that works out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the difference is really where that campfire is. Like, if it's some random campfire in some weird spot, you know? Like, yeah, attack into it, punish them. Or maybe just attack into their base, but... we'll see. Mia's gonna approach this mid-game with an advantage.
I like all these chameleons from Red Knight. It's going to help him stay alive in fights, especially if Mia decides not to grab any more toads. But I would really like to see more squirrels, Red Knight. Those squirrel numbers matter a whole lot. When it comes down to when all the tier 2s are dead and all the toads have exploded.
Yeah, especially for taking out falcons, right? I mean, squirrels,
exactly.
You gotta target those falcons down, guys. If you're a player and you've been having trouble with falcons on the ladder, man, you gotta target fire them, either with your own falcons or your squirrels, and you don't want to target fire them with your whole army. You just want to do it with independent unit selections, because otherwise, you're gonna waste a lot of DPS over killing them. But here we go, Red Knight
Smartly,
Gamer.
you see Mia getting those toads. That'll do well against the chameleons of Red Knight.
Red Knight tried to catch Mia out of position, but she responded fairly well, got into position in time, and yeah, really that wasn't too bad for Red Knight. He got in there, he took out a Warren, he did a couple little slapping back and forth. They both kind of traded evenly there, so I didn't mind it. Ooh, he wants that campfire, but Mia's not going to let him have it that easy. He's got to back out. Each player just trading a couple tier 1s, and Red Knight going for it. I'm pretty sure Mia should have the superior army at this point in the game. Her wing demons managed to stay alive, and she takes that fight pretty handily there.
Yeah, as you saw, after the initial burst, chameleons die to the toads, and then it just comes down to how many squirrels and how many falcons each player has. And we saw that Mia was superior in those numbers, so she took the fight. I think Red Knight would have been better off just trying to get more ahead than trying to do these little poke moves. But again, Mia had that tier 3 come out, so I think she was just making all the right moves just to seal the deal.
Yeah, now she's got this boar. That'd be a beautiful ending to this tournament here to see some awesome boar action, and she's gonna pull the trigger. Now's the time, and it's gonna be hard for Red Knight. He's got to make his last stand here, but already Mia's doing some pretty good damage to her opponent. Gotta hold those toads and get the right engagement. Be very careful, you know, no, not overcommitting to this fight, but you know, Red Knight really had to make the stand there and prevent that gristmill from going down, and now Mia's just gonna clean up this army without a whole lot of resistance, and that is gonna be it. Mia is gonna take a 3-0 victory and get 3rd place in this tournament. So what was the results? We had DJ Soak win the tournament. We had Meowkaiser come in 2nd, Mia Mari come in 3rd, and Red Knight Gamer in 4th place. So, fantastic. Yeah, they're talking about in chat if Focus Fire over Falcons is worth it. I mean, it depends. You don't want to lose. You don't want to lose damage. I mean, what I try to do is Focus Fire my opponent's Falcons with my Falcons. You know, so I don't have like 20 squirrels trying to reposition and get in the right spot. But it can be hard, man. It's a lot easier said than done because it's a really big pain in the ass if they're flying over squirrels to target the Falcon, you know? But
yeah, and I think sometimes squirrels suffer from overkill. If you're focus firing something, maybe the squirrels will add in 1 or 2 more shots than they should have. And in the case of squirrels, those 1 or 2 shots are very important since fights are so short in Tooth and Tail.
guys, that is going to be it. Thank you so much for joining us today. Big shout out to Banner Bastion for putting this together. Everybody give him a round of applause in the chat. And thank you so much, Ultima, for joining me. We got to do this again, man. I had a lot of fun casting with you.
Yeah, anytime, man. It's always a joy with you as well.
What else we got? You got anything to plug here coming up? Or you take a little break right now? Or
just taking a bit of a break right now since the holidays. We probably will do something come January, more likely February, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to see that so many other community members are, springing up their own tournaments. It's great. That's what I like to see.
Yeah. So big shout out to Banner Bastion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's on quite a few tournaments. I think this is his second or third. This might be his third. I know for a fact it's at least his second. Jed Erickson was talking about a free-for-all tournament on January 6th, guys. Let me go ahead and plug that. I'll show that in the Google document right there. Boomski. What else we got coming up? I think that's the only events that I know of right now. So maybe the next tournament is going to be that free-for-all tournament here coming up soon in a couple of weeks. If you are new to this channel, this is ToothAndTailTV. I do a replay casting show every Tuesday, Thursday night, 8 p.m. EST. I will not be doing my regular show on Tuesday coming up, unfortunately. I will be traveling for work, but we will be back on schedule on Thursday night, 8 p.m. EST. So that's the next upcoming Tooth and Tail piece of content that I'm aware of. I think that's about it. So, man, you got any last closing remarks here, Ultima?
Yeah, if anyone here is still looking to watch some Tooth and Tail and have not stumbled upon the Clash of Comrades YouTube, be sure to check out Clash of Comrades or youtube.com/Clash of Comrades. We have hours and hours of VODs on there for all the Tooth and Tail you could ask for.
Yeah, throw that link in the chat real quick, man, while we got everybody here. And definitely go throw them a subscribe on YouTube, guys. I got a YouTube channel myself. If you're new to Tooth and Tail or you just stumbled upon this stream, check out the Twitch profile page underneath me. I got links to the Discord. I got a YouTube. I got links to Pocketwatch's official channel. I got skins down there. So, yeah, man, I think that's going to be it. You're all a bunch of beautiful nerds. Thank you so much for tuning in. Big shout out. Number 1, DJ Soak. Number 2, Meow Kaiser. Number 3, Mia Mari. And in 4th place, we had Red Knight Gamer. Thanks again to Banner Bastion for organizing this thing. Thanks for Ultima for casting it with me, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye, everyone.